like
We're encouraging it.
Coming to us.
yeah,
I mean, I
it's
did.
always burning since the world's been turning.
Except I absolutely
Yeah, it's a
started
gay
the fire.
Hell yeah.
You are the fire.
I feel like whoever started it, like you're way past the starting point at this point. Like it's been.
Start a nuclear war.
What? Yeah, what? Oh.
There's been skirmishes and there's been.
Yeah, there's
I'm
a
gonna have a
metaphor
song
here that I
somewhere.
can't. It's something like it's like, well, what are we gonna do with it now? Like,
Yeah.
you can't fix it. It's just we gotta live with it now.
It's like the end of The Graduate when they run away from the wedding and the last shot is
Yeah.
just them on the bus being like,
Now
well, we've
what?
done it.
No,
Yeah.
I fucking love that. I
love
fucking
that
love that
shot.
scene. No, because it's beautiful. Because everything up to that point is all typical, and then he whisks her off her feet, and they leave the church, and they live happily ever. Wait,
Yeah.
but what happens after that?
And the best piece is
It's
that
just like, let's give it 2 more minutes.
I don't think that's how they planned it either. Like they basically just kept rolling. They just kept rolling with the cameras, and the actors like just went out of the shot, right? Like sort of recomposing for another take, and the director was like, "No, this is great. Like we're keeping all of this shit in. Like this is even better."
100%.
According to this,
Say hello, internet.
hello, internet.
Hola, ¿cómo
Hello, internet.
estás?
¿Cómo está usted?
Look at this bag that I have for you, Kat.
So,
Yeah, it is.
this says that Bethel suggests that I and the other fate witches embark on the flight of the Valkyries to Isla de San Jose to keep them out of the city while we raid the
you
Reduction
want-
Merchant Prince's various holdings.
You want to use the island as your base of operations.
But also mechanically, we get another boon on that ship if we take a Fate Witch on it. So
Like a
Are
stone.
you gonna take? You have one
Kinda.
fate witch per ship? Is this what?
no, we only need 1 Fate Witch voyage.
Oh,
to gain
Tony's playing that video game now.
Oh, I found the boat mini game, and I got the high wind, but now I'm customizing the gummies on this motherfucker. I mean,
Tony's like, I didn't want to spoil myself, but I saw the list of achievements, so now.
Didn't want to spoil myself, but here we are.
you're probably wondering how I got here. Dun 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 dun.
That recap would be fucking crazy. Like we've passed like the 5 years anniversary of this game already.
Lord.
Have we really?
I
Yeah.
believe so.
Yeah, bro.
God
Remember?
damn it!
We
Well,
started
there
in
was-
person,
Yeah, there was
and
very.
we are now in person again. So at
Okay.
least 3.
Yeah.
We also started while I was still in San Jose.
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Wow.
Are you fucking
Wow.
kidding me?
Why do you think it's so important to me, guys?
Wait, when did you move?
3 years
18.
ago.
2018.
Yeah.
Time means
4
nothing to
now.
me at
Yes.
this point.
Yeah,
Well,
what
we
is
lost
what
2
is
years
time?
to a fucking time warp.
Flat circle.
Let's not do the time warp again.
Like basically, like
I mean, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up too much, but recently I've been having those old stirrings about vampires
and
in
cowboys.
and how you could have a samurai, an evil scientist, a cowboy, and they can all be vampires.
It's the perfect time period.
So
Yeah.
It's your kindred of the east.
so
Hey,
you
I
know,
might even not do
it's
my.
stirring.
I'm gonna add a 5th personality onto you.
Whatever. Do it. See if I care. It's fine. I will make you convert to 5V, and I will give you all children to kill, so that not just Megan will cry.
Children to kill.
Man. See, you're already exempt though. You've already went through it.
Thank you so much.
Fuck you.
That was deserved.
That was the most
I-
like.
I
that
felt
was
trauma by
heartfelt.
proxy when I saw that happen.
There was a lot of pressure on that first F. It was like, fuck you. Just don't make
Oh
it.
no, yeah, it did psychic damage, but it's all. I've had it coming.
Well, I am in danger because my adopted kid in that game is also a PC, which means Tony could cross a couple things off his box.
Although I would have to build a new character anyway, because Bill already came to the end of her storyline.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bill Dunn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When?
Bill.
'Cause her whole thing was she wanted to go to San Francisco, and as soon as she got there, she fucked off. That's why I stopped playing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
following the gold
Yeah.
rush.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I also stopped playing because video chatting gave me really horrible anxiety.
Oh yeah, no,
That's
I've.
no good.
But-
yeah.
But specifically, it was that Bill had basically reached her goal, so
Totes.
there wasn't really, and she wasn't interested in any of like the court or magic stuff.
No,
so.
sure. Yeah. You and Delia had adventures in Sacramento.
Mhm.
It was delightful.
San Francisco.
Well, I know there's a
Well, she
lot
wanted
of
to go to Sacramento,
backlog,
but if you want, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, whatever.
so we'll discuss this.
Oh God, what was that about Bob Iger?
They brought Bob Iger back as the head of Disney because Bob Chapek was running it into the
Oh
ground.
my God.
So they.
Oh, they replaced the Bob with another Bob.
Well, he left once already, and
Yeah,
it
he
was like,
left, and Bob Chapek.
Yeah, because he
Bob
was the next guy.
Iger left. Bob Chapek took over. Bob Chapek sucked so much that they apparently have now brought Bob
Isaac was
Iger
a
back.
man in this
Good.
part.
And it says that he's gonna be CEO back in the CEO position for like 2 years while they like fix all the shit that Bob Chapek messed up, and then they'll probably bring in a new person after that. But
God, oh man,
Jesus.
can only hope.
yeah,
Because it was
fucking up that bad.
oh, it's been rough. Like we're going in a couple weeks, and through some of the stuff that's been happening in the last week or two, we're like it's made me doubt. I'm like maybe I should just not go because it's that fucking bad.
Wow.
well, that's like we let our
Just choices that have been made on the company. Like I'm sure Disneyland itself is still amazing.
yeah, fine,
But even then,
Just, like,
it's
higher
never
up
been
thing.
great to its people, etc. And it's like, you know,
It's getting worse.
people who are like, it's an evil megacorp and you shouldn't buy any of their stuff. I'm like, I get it, I understand.
yeah.
but there's
I can't
no
help it,
ethical
though.
conception under
In
capitalism.
capitalism, yeah,
anyway.
everyone's
Also, we
everyone's
fucking all do
complicit.
this, right? Like, I know fucking Amazon is terrible, and I order shit off Amazon
Yeah.
constantly.
There are
right?
some
And
stuff.
I know I'm part of
I
the
try
fucking
not
problem.
to. You know,
right?
I don't go to Walmart, but you know,
Yeah.
you still every so often you're like, well, shit, this is where I am.
I need
I
a
need
new
this
fucking
thing.
office chair for my home office, and I was like, well, I could, you know.
My favorite is when I try to do the good thing and find like the source or the main site, and they're like on Amazon, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
all right,
Well,
That's
you
right.
tried.
Yeah,
You're
Like, I
there.
made an effort.
Yeah, we let our magic keys lapse because they're just like it's not worth it anymore.
yeah, no, the perks / balance for
Like the-
XYZ is
yeah.
so you gotta get the highest tier, or
Which
nothing.
they're not even offering anymore.
No,
like they've
yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't even know what's going on with Disney, but we don't need to go into
Yeah.
that.
Well, yeah, no, we just did. Well, we'll
Well, I
skip
don't.
back
Yeah,
out.
I don't
Yeah.
need the details.
No,
But,
let's.
yeah. Yeah, all that to say, I know there's games in our backlog of games. There's enough happening with this game that I don't think it will end, but I think we'll get to spots where we can take
A break.
a
Fucking
hiatus
Jaren wants to hijack
before-
us into 2E, so...
Yeah, I know. That's happening.
I mean, has
If I
he
were to
though?
kill your character, would that count as 5 character deaths or just 1?
that's like a mini TPK.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
Are they their own party?
They could be, but no, because they can't be there at the same time.
Mm.
right.
But
Unless
they
you
all die
separated
if
them
you,
all
yeah,
out.
if you kill the host.
I
Sorry, is it? Wait, it's not. Is it host? No, what's the term?
I don't know. I
the
mean,
original.
No. So in
I mean,
in
oh,
multiple,
Frankie has
in-
dissociative identity disorder.
yeah, because
Yeah.
Did
because there's alters, there's who's fronting, but I'm like I forget what they call, and then all of them are known as a system. Typically, is what I've seen.
Yeah.
But I forget what it's called. It's
Like
just
who's-
the body, right?
Like who's the like base?
No. I'm like if you kill the body, I guess that does count as killing all of them because they're all part of that system.
I'm not a part of your system.
Sorry.
All I wanted was a Pepsi.
Right.
That's not my dad. That's a cell
Systems
phone.
is a collection of alters within one body.
Right,
So
now-
body.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
The body.
yeah. So if I final death you, then that counts. All right.
Sorry.
Nice.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm just gonna be like, challenge accepted. How do I make this character even more annoying than my previous one? Let's go.
I
Make
have
her set
no
tight and
doubt.
put her heart somewhere else.
I
Have multiple personalities that have multiple personalities. So
I
not
have a
just
Sunite whose heart is somewhere else.
I mean, you're already in San Francisco. We can leave another heart in San Francisco.
That's
Tony
right.
Bennett will be so proud.
Yep.
Or jealous. Either way, win.
If I'm not mistaken, wow, that's not your name. Amaris's heart is not in San Francisco.
No, explicitly.
Yeah, it was explicitly told to go somewhere else. So you can't kill her. The easy way, at least.
Well, you just fucked off, so...
No, y'all are locked in a time warp.
Yep, that's right.
Tough nuggies.
Who knows where we will emerge.
Who knows what macabre marionettes your bodies have become in the interim. Someone has opinions.
We'll just awaken in the fucking future. And I'll come there like as fucking cowboys in like 2200.
Hi.
Oh no, it's like too far in the future now. Wait, what?
Fucking wild west.
Extra grip.
Oh, I touched the head.
Yep.
Oh no.
Sasha.
It's the worst. Oh no. being perceived and touched. Oh, it's the worst.
And acknowledged.
Okay, let's see. What did I write down here?
Good luck.
First
I have this bag here for you, Cat.
Yeah,
first part of the game was basically Isaac being like a hero in a novella.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he was
And
He
now
showed
I'm,
up.
And now I'm friends with his lady's dad.
Yeah, it was like, gee, what happens when an NPC hangs out with a bunch of deities for a minute and then shows up to the other normies? Oh right, they're a badass.
Now he's a man.
That's right. Oh yeah, look at this chunky baby.
The baby.
Yeah. I'd like to see the baby.
And then Avine had a secret meeting with a bunch of knights.
Did you see him while you were there?
No,
Because you just missed him.
Yeah, they just introduced him like this week or something.
God, they did fucking Life Day.
No one's saving you.
They like a fan group organized and it was amazing.
No.
No.
Yeah! It's my favorite.
A cat pies. You almost squished your tail.
You Danny boy.
Yep.
I
just watched Little Mermaid the other day.
a giant plump whammy bar. Just
Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
sorry. Yes.
Fucking Eddie
yeah,
Van
we were-
Halen.
One day we'll play. Oh no. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying we were meeting with Salvador.
Oh yeah. One day we'll play D&D. Let's do that.
One day.
Well, after Isaac's like leveling up to manhood, Evine had a
He's
secret
at like
meeting.
multiple levels of
Oh my god, Evine.
Even had a secret meeting with other knights, we guess.
Yeah, Evine's also playing a different game entirely.
Yep.
Probably is.
Evine is playing Assassin's Creed.
Then we were at the house, and I think there was like a is Xavier and Augustina a couple? Oh shit! There was like a kind of okay.
5 years later.
Shit, picked up on it real fucking quick.
Yeah. I think Zhenya just straight up asked.
That's because
Yeah.
the crockery told you that's cheating.
Yeah. And then we spent some time like trying to. Aw.
Oh. I protest.
We spent the time trying to actually strategize,
He
maybe.
thinks the lady just protests too much.
No, she protests exactly as much as she wants.
But yeah, that was when we actually were at Salvador's. And there was the map, and we.
Didn't we finish the meeting with Salvador?
No, I think we were just starting it, or
There
we were in the
was
middle of
rats.
it.
You pretty much wrapped it up.
Okay.
I was like, no, we.
Okay, let me see if I can.
Shenya made her distaste of not destroying the
Yeah,
thing
the
known.
artifact.
Yeah, we had
And
that
everyone was
conversation.
like, but we can do that. I'm like, "Ugh."
Well, it was also the...
Yeah,
you
no,
don't know exactly what destroying it will do. It
Yeah.
might actually blow
Be
up,
worse,
or you know, we need to safely dispose of it. And
Yeah.
that won't.
That was a placation.
Yeah.
Like, I guess, yeah.
That's
That's fair.
So the merchant princes are like, what the fuck, guys?
Oh yeah, they're
And
mobilizing.
they're coming out in big trouble.
So now
And
you have to.
Captain Jose has been trying to smack that down. And could probably use an assist
Well,
now,
weren't
I
we-
think.
Doing a thing, or we were gonna like.
Yeah, you were planning to basically take on the merchant princes and stamped this down before.
Yeah.
We also learned through Salvadora that Luna Maria is currently working on this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In deep cover.
That's
Hot.
right. Hot. That's what I do.
Oh, specifically it has. It says,
Okay.
Salvador explains that Luna Maria has a very personal stake in Vidace, muscling in on their new home and are away on assignment related to this.
I was already on the second verse.
Salvador congratulates us for liberating
He's got a little
Lisa.
crown.
Something, the artifact. And Francesco Mondavi thinks my husband's dead.
A mistake he will not.
Yeah, he's been training, apparently.
Yeah.
Training something.
Well,
And we don't talk about that.
polite company.
He's malfunctioning.
That's the Bruno in the room.
Salvador said to leave half the artifact with her for a couple days. Captain Jose has been rooting out Vidace safe houses and shell companies. Ethel is excited about helping with that because ships. There's also merchant presence in San Felipe, so, but I think we're going out. There's that thing about the Fate Witches being on the ships. It says the Mabe are sending some people to help us.
Oh, that's
along
right.
with the Isons coming from the forest, the Huron Crows and Montaigne. Basically, you know, a whole nation of Shanna's family, because, you know,
Yeah.
they're all related.
It is literally a region of Usura.
Yeah, they're coming for a weeding in the.
It's gonna be a fucking
wedding in the
endgame when this
revolution.
happens.
No,
gonna
it's
be like
yeah,
a veil
Battle of the
and,
Five
like-
Armies. Just fucking yeah.
Yeah.
We're not sure if where it ends. We spent the rest of the meeting telling Salvador stories of our exploits in the zone. She listens loudly.
As the
was the
continued
day.
crew calls it, Battle of All Armies.
Real quick, I would like to read you what this notebook says on the front, which I never looked at until just now.
Oh, okay.
Be nice to thinkers. Let's fill many ideas into this. Life-transforming ideas have come to me through my note.
Through your note.
Through my note.
I wonder if it will get any better if we put it through the translator again.
Right?
I
Does it sound like that?
On the back it just says
Oh,
photo notebook. But I think that just means that it's a notebook with a photo on it, because it
That's
doesn't
what I
have any
thought,
spots to like
Yeah.
put any
put photos,
put photos.
as it were.
That quote is pretty great. It was
Yeah.
all due to my note.
I assume we met at night, so it's probably next day now?
Yes.
Though I'm not
Unless you have other
sure.
business you want to attend that evening.
I don't think so.
Oh, the iPad needs to be straight. Sorry.
You have another device now. You gotta like.
My work
Spit it
is
all out.
Woozy. No, it's Sun Quan and then all of AT's.
I could have swore.
And this one
I-
is different.
I could have swore I wrote down what Mendez y Mendez and Valasigna what their bonuses are, but now I can't find them.
Well,
So
It's lost on us too, Johnny.
And they certainly probably.
well, that's
didn't
why I
want to
made
go.
eye contact with the guy that it's important for them to know.
yeah. This is now very much an asymmetrical game where everybody at the table is playing a little bit of a different game.
Oh yeah.
That's what. How far?
Evie
we've
is playing
gone.
Assassin's Creed, like Tony's playing like Europa Universalis.
What am I playing?
Oh no, actually, no. Megan and Lisa are playing different dating sims.
Right.
Nice.
But I've already beat the game.
Yeah.
No, Jimena is definitely playing
Yeah.
a dating sim.
100%. I'm like, no, Shanny's
No.
doing something else entirely.
No, yours is a dating sim masked as an MMO, or no,
An
but as
MMO
as
masked
like a
as-
JRPG.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still gotta have a war, but
It's got visual novel elements, but it's
Yeah,
mostly
yeah.
a fighting game where you
Yeah.
punch things.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn-based combat.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hear lots of.
oh, I played Hades.
Yeah, as you. Oh,
Mm.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. See? We got there.
I know that guy.
He's an asshole.
No, Darren's actually very nice.
Okay, but I don't know if we have an immediate. This is what we're doing now.
Wow.
Well, I'm a christen a ship.
We have a bunch
Yeah,
of
there's
extra
a
crunchy tacos if you'd like them.
there's a christening planned. Megan.
That's how we get the ability.
So, do I need to be there because it's a Fate Witch thing, or what?
Oh no, I just need you to be on the ship when it sails. We don't even need it to be you. We just need a Fate Witch.
One of your favorite things.
Mechanically,
Like 3 days.
we need one of the Fate Witches to travel on the ship from one port to another. That is what is mechanically necessary.
Well, I like to. If you want any Fate Witch, I will have to ask the other Fate Witches if any of them would like to go, because
Well,
It's on me.
I imagine the party will go to the island if we've all agreed that that's the way to go about it.
Mhm.
And then from there we will raid.
I'll just bring them.
So that means you, but it doesn't need to be just you.
No.
It can be whomsoever.
Two
I
of
think
them
we were
are.
saying to bring all of them just so we can protect them better, though.
Yeah, probably to keep them away from because there's that big like
Well, I
the
mean,
brethren,
yeah.
the families are coming in to be like, we're reclaiming our property, and it's like, fuck you, we're moving the
it's
property.
like basically sexist, capitalist, Fadachi assholes are coming
Yeah.
to take the Fate Witches back.
Yeah.
So
And what a better way to greet them than to raid them from the sea with a boat full of the very things that they were trying to reclaim. And, catharsis all around.
like, yeah, seriously, if one or more of my knives just happen to find a way to the throats of some of these guys,
Well, it wouldn't be the
It's
first
fine.
time someone was murdered on the deck of a ship when we thought they weren't going to be murdered.
Yeah,
I mean, whoops.
He fell on my knife.
I was gonna say
He
something
fell on
like,
my
it wasn't on
knife
purpose,
10
but
times.
it was on purpose.
I mean, knife fighting is messy, right?
It can be.
Yeah, especially when the other guy's tied up.
Yep.
I don't know, pushing someone's face through the back of their skull is a little more messy in my opinion, but
Yeah, I would say that blunt force from behind.
My way
Tomato,
just
honeydew,
smells
my way.
bad.
It's okay, everyone's special.
So, yeah, you are brought back to the house.
Did we ever name the other Fate Witches?
Yeah.
I mean, we named a couple of them. I don't know that we named all of them.
Which
they
ones
all
are you
need
referring
names. I need.
Okay, I know. Okay, there's like at least
Tina, Louise, Linda,
in my shop.
Meg,
There's the
Bring your
two
shop.
that
Lois.
came
Do you
from
have-
Lisa.
You have the names of these ones.
I don't. I mean, I
Marge.
do probably, but I don't know what they are anymore.
Maggie,
No, Tony.
Lisa.
What's the girl from King of the Hill? Luann
Luann
Luann.
and Peggy.
and Peggy.
Yeah, these names sound so much like
Luann is.
what you think they are.
I know an actual Luann, and that's not far. That's not far from here.
Only American animation too. We can't dive into the anime. That's too easy.
It's American anime.
That's
yeah.
right. Who's an American dad? Who's the daughter there?
I don't know. I never watched
Like,
that show.
like rocks.
I
Like,
watched like a
No.
tiny bit of it and hated my life. Okay,
Nah,
so
So the three.
Huh?
Even I haven't watched that show.
Haley. Oh, okay.
oh yeah.
So the three.
I know
of
there's
your
an alien and a goldfish in it.
Yeah,
shop.
That's
But,
all I know.
but the goldfish is
The
a guy,
oldest is
and
Bernadetta.
the alien is
okay.
gender fluid. I would say.
Okay.
predominantly
Okay.
masked.
No,
No, I'm
but-
saying the only thing I know
Nicoletta
about
is
that
the
show
middle
is
one.
that
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
two characters in it.
No, yeah.
Anyway, so
And
Fish is an
Alicia is the
ex-Nazi?
younger.
ALEGIA.
It's a thing,
wow.
right? Or was he just German?
Like I said, I didn't watch the
Oh,
show.
sorry. Just okay. Never mind. I'm a-
You know everything.
Stop looking at me. I didn't watch it. I got burnt out on Family Guy and didn't
No,
give a
fair.
shit what he made
Fair,
after that.
100%.
Because I went to college in a time where there was always at least one person whose entire personality was quoting Family Guy.
Oh yeah.
And I couldn't do it anymore.
Hey, we play D&D sometimes.
Okay, so I got those names. What about the two that were from Liso?
The two that you picked up in Liso.
Yes,
And Lavinia was. Where was she from originally?
The ship, right?
Yeah, Lavinia was with
Your husband.
We liberated
some of
her.
the merchant princes. She was on the ship that your husband was held on.
I would like to let everyone know I'm resisting the urge to Google who the female characters are in Rick and Morty.
I mean, besides
You just
Beth
started
and
this,
Summer?
and you just
Um,
have to finish.
Well,
The set.
Beth and Summer, thank
the
you.
two that
And
have
then there's the
shown
girl that,
potential are called
Rick
Amelia
is
and
obsessed, is
Ludovica.
Morty's obsessed with.
I forget.
Amelia
Yeah.
and Ludovica.
Oh, we actually are naming them. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We already named them.
They
I just
all
haven't
had
written
Yeah,
them all down.
this is
It's in the wiki.
Yes.
And then,
and there's Lavinia. I already got her.
Yeah. You got Lavinia.
Okay. But I think Amelia and Ludovica, I probably put her in charge of the oldest one, who would be able to start kind of getting them familiar with things.
Well, if
out
you're
and about.
because you would know, you know your fate witches.
Mhm.
The three ones that work at your shop, like you know them a little bit better. Like, 1 second, I gotta load this up.
Okay.
The middle sister, Nicoletta, is your best bet.
Oh, really?
She's by far the most level-headed and often is the voice of reason within the three of them.
Okay.
Alicia is the youngest and is very much like she's ahead of your two novitiates, but she's still very like sort of tentative about a lot of things. She's very
Oh, it might actually help her progress to have people that are even less ahead.
Bernadetta is by far, she's the oldest, but she's the most fiery of the three.
Nice.
She often requires tempering from her two sisters, and especially when the merchant princes are mentioned, because she has a profound hatred for them.
Oh, she should hang out with me.
If she can also
Except that I
fight,
actually
we can
make
totally
things-
do that.
Yeah. She's also 83 years old, so
Doesn't matter.
that lady is
That's a whole
Fire
All I know is
fighter.
like old people have strength.
Oh yeah. You know this. If you want a frame of reference,
Okay.
Yeah, she's 83. Alicia is
I'm
25,
sorry.
Goodness.
Okay.
and Nicoletta is 35.
Oh.
I'm feeling some cat.
Oh. Wow. Goodness.
Yep. Aw. Yeah,
An indignant loaf.
she's very much in loaf mode right now.
I don't know, you were meowing or that wasn't touching you when I started touching you and you were meowing anyway.
She's
Yeah,
in
she
loaf
does
mode,
that,
but
which
it's one
is,
of
I
those
mean-
nice, like, pumpernickel loaves.
Yeah, like hot cross buns.
place we had lunch at today almost killed me.
Oh, God.
Did they put mint in something?
So Eric and I got the same thing. We got the turkey hash with the cranberry sauce and toast.
Ooh.
But under my toast, I got rye bread because I love rye.
Mm-hmm.
And under my bread was a single slice of strawberry and a full sprig of mint.
Oh God!
As I picked up the last piece of bread, I kept smelling it as I was eating, and I'm like, I don't know why I smell mint. And then I picked up that last piece of bread and was like, well, let's put that back down. And then I asked Eric, I'm like, did you get fruit? Did you get... He's like, no. And he like showed me his plate. I'm like, just something special for me. They were hiding under the rye.
Right.
Oh no.
The secret. Oh,
Yeah, she escaped.
Fine.
She went
Be
to
that
her,
way.
she went to her throne
Yeah.
to watch the proceedings.
I tried.
Something's going on.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
How are you?
Okay, so
All right, so
we're all caught up.
Rethold has a ship christening to go to.
I gotta kiss hands and shake babies.
In the yeah.
Real quick, there was something making noise in the backyard last night while I was trying to sleep. And so this happened next to my head.
Oh goodness!
Oh.
Just-
I need to know.
Nosy neighbor.
Anyway, continue, sorry.
What are you doing in our yard?
Probably a possum, but
Very likely.
she started. She likes to sit in the window, but her new favorite trick is that she only gets into the window from Jaren's side of the bed, and only gets out of the window on my side of the bed.
Gotta
She
keep it
does not
symmetrical.
care if I am sleeping
Nope.
on my side of the bed or not.
Oh.
So
You're just part of the furniture.
Yep.
Blah, blah.
So I just get a cat on my head constantly.
So yeah, I guess my day is spent wrangling street witches because we're
Yeah.
going out
You
on
get
a trip
You get a corral.
on a boat.
You get a corral your crew.
Is it necessary that Zhenya joins your christening?
Nope.
Cool. She's gonna wake Ricardo up at the crack of fucking dawn
Oh no.
and be like, I have a house to build. Are you coming with me?
Oh my goodness.
Ricardo's up and ready. You also wake up your sister.
Yep.
And Ernie. Ernie? Oscar?
Oh, are we
Oscar.
talking about?
Oscar
Or
and
Emil.
Emil. There we go.
Emil. No, the younger one.
I mean, yeah, I guess they would be sleeping over there.
Yep. They're at the house.
Um,
They haven't taken up a room because they feel weird about it, so they have like bunks.
How did that happen,
Downstairs.
though? While we were all gone, Augustina didn't go like, no.
well,
No.
Zhenya's out of the habit of sleeping in the hallway between Ricardo and Veronica's door. She's actually just staying in the room with Ricardo now.
No, because she still has supplied them with food, and she's also used to like they're soldiers. They're quartering,
Yeah.
right? So she's like, yeah, that makes sense, but you're not gonna escape having your 3 square meals plus snacks.
Chris, now I'm realizing, Leandro has to share my room with the weird clothes. I mean, the dress is inert now, but the hat is weird.
Yep. Yeah. Your hat doesn't talk to you yet, so
Well, I don't know if it works the same way.
yeah, exactly.
This one is a protection hat. Maybe it's silent in its protecting duties.
Yeah, that hat is for protect with 2 C's.
While Zhenya would like Emil's help because of the Veronica situation, they are not hers to command. They're technically hers to command, so she will not.
Well, the reason why I'm asking if you go to wake up your sister is that when you go to knock on her door,
Okay.
she is not in the room.
Is there a scrunchie on a doorknob somewhere?
Zhenya will murder her so hard.
There's a bear in the house.
Yeah, okay.
I would
so-
actually go looking for at least one of the brothers before I go out to the Fate Witches because they're technically my bodyguards. So
Yeah, exactly.
do
like-
I see anything weird happening?
Well, you would see it before Zhenya. It's very early, and Emil is in the kitchen. Emil is in the kitchen. Veronica is helping Augustina with preparing breakfast, but they're both chatting.
Yeah, but
Oscar
doesn't-
is outside on the porch, like just busying himself with other things. And if you go out of the house, Oscar is like, "Oh yeah, that guy. I just came outside to do some drills and prepare and work out the couple of drinks I had last night. Like, also I was third wheeling in there, so like I
I've
just
got other
stepped out of
things
the
for you
way."
to do.
yeah.
You can come with me today.
Zhenya opens the door to get Veronica and finds nothing, and you hear the absolute panic of the polar bear ripping out of her body
Uh-oh.
as she starts scrambling around and tearing the room apart.
Jimena stirs slightly. Gives a from the fireplace.
I asked Oscar
Yeah.
where his brother is.
Well, Veronica sort of freezes in her tracks, and then she's like,
Oh shit.
"Oh no, I gotta go upstairs." Emil sort of looks at her and he's like, "Should I?" And she's like, "Stay here." And she goes up. You basically, as you're tearing up the room, you sort of see at some point as you turn around, the
sheepish,
the light hair and the head sort of coming into frame, like from around the door. She sort of looks inside and she's like, "Are you looking for something?"
and then shrinks down, heavy panting, grabs her, holds her.
Aww. I feel like it's always too soon.
Right. She's like, I'm sorry, I was just downstairs.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's just this has happened before.
So there's you holding your sister in the doorway, and then past Veronica in the corridor is Ricardo
With a gun.
facing the other way, like basically like this, right? And there's nothing at the end of that corridor. Like it just ends. Like there's a closed door, like, and he's facing the other way, right? Like he's just like I'm standing guard at this point. Like he was ready.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Yep. Weapons were drawn.
Takes a while. Calm down. Just a lot of breathing, holding. I'll be fine.
If you're still downstairs at that time, Oscar has now moved to the doorway, and he's basically mimicking, like, to his brother inside, someone getting hung. Like he's just like, like tongue out, like.
I think
Well,
you're
Emil
old
is
enough
just
to don't
like,
need that to talk.
knock it out.
I just give Oscar a look.
Although, actually, at this point, I think Jimena probably would have woken up because she would have been like,
Yep.
"Chisme is happening."
Yeah,
I was about to
absolutely.
say your radar kicked in.
Yep.
Shit happening. Yeah.
Right.
100%.
I hear the telltale feel of novella.
Right. She like sits straight, like bolt upright, and like looks out at Oscar, looks at Emil, and is like, "Oh, I see."
Jimena just bolts upright like Nosferatu.
Slowly nods.
Just straight to her
Bread.
feet.
Yeah.
I have awoken.
This is the whole, like, light as a feather, stiff as a board thing.
Like, yeah. Like she like takes a sniff and is like,
Oh.
Veronica was grossa, wasn't she? I see. Like, does she know?
You tell the bear of a sister.
Yeah.
That's fun. Well, the bear of a sister is encouraging it, so
Shouldn't be too bad. Anyway.
Well, this only makes it more confusing at this point.
There's a time
because
and place
there
for
was
things.
legitimately some like bear noise coming from upstairs.
Yeah.
That growl.
Like shit.
Oh, okay, yeah. She calms down. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. We're going to go work on the house.
Okay,
I'm fine.
Yeah,
Still holding.
I'll get ready. I'll need my arm.
Release.
And she stops and she pauses and sort of goes and gives you Beck a hug. And
Okay.
she's like, I'm okay.
Okay. I know.
I'm sorry I worried you.
It's okay.
She's like,
Leave the door open next time.
She's like, I forget. Because I was here, but I wasn't. It was like a long sleep. So I...
Just still those wide
Yep.
eyes, like, everything is fine. Walks away, all soldier stiff.
Yep.
And then walks past Ricardo back into the room, shuts the door.
Yeah, you get another hug from Ricardo. It's
Yeah,
like, just lay it on me.
Just like
We're
the.
good.
There.
Yep.
I don't have PTSD about this shit at all. I'm
I
fine.
have PTSD. Shut up.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Your
we're
mom
all-
The
has
problem is he
PTSD.
does.
What?
So it's fine. Well, Ricardo does.
Right.
So
This is a soldier wedding, so
Yeah.
you know.
Anyone got a normal blue or black pen handy?
I'd have to stand up and get it, but
Sally.
No,
What?
no.
I'm thinking Sally.
Normal
might.
blue or black pen.
I only have my pencil.
I've gone digital for this game.
I have multiple.
It writes in every color, but no color at all.
Yeah, I bought
That's
felt tip
profound.
pens.
You will need to give this back to me, or I will kill you.
Yes, ma'am.
I got it. Right. I bought photo boxes so that I can better separate and
Everything, yeah.
organize all the stuff that's too big to go in the. Yep. Nope. I gotta clean that. I gotta move stuff over. I gotta clean stuff off.
I feel like this particular fandom requires you to have a certain amount.
I think I
of
realized that
organizational
Yep.
skills.
the
Just by necessity.
Vausigna actually grants it basically, grants the ship basically the thing where you get an additional bar of hits.
Oh yeah, the hell.
Hard to kill, I think.
Yeah. With
So, yeah.
Steven Seagal.
I heard he's a Texas Ranger.
He is a Texas Ranger now.
Yeah.
Because
'Cause
what are you
Texas-
gonna do when you're Steven Seagal
But
and you're too old to be?
he was like a police beat officer in like Louisiana.
Yeah, in Louisiana.
So now he's given up on Louisiana. He's in Texas now. Jesus,
No, I
motherfucking
think
Christ.
technically I think he's in Russia now because he's real buddy up with Vladimir Putin.
Of course he is.
This is fucking Steven Seagal.
Fuck this dude. All right, I'm alright. No, I can spend 3 hours talking about how much I hate Steven
Oh, I know.
Seagal.
Yes.
I mentioned Hard
I'm
to
right there
Kill
with you.
because when I still live in Canada, my buddy and I used to watch that movie as our comedy movie because it was this was the Steven Seagal experience.
That's the
Oh,
one
that's-
with Chainmail Bennett, right?
No.
Oh.
I'm thinking of Commando.
Oh. God damn it, too many of them.
Come on,
With
keep up.
Schwarzenegger.
That's,
Different one.
No,
That one
no.
too.
wait.
Okay.
Luke, how about-
Jenny comes down,
Oh, is that wait. God damn it.
goes downstairs, acting like nothing happened.
Everybody else is also very much
Very-
carrying on as if nothing happened.
Pointedly not looking.
Yeah, there's a...
Except Jimena, who's looking straight at you, like, hey. Or more specifically, is Veronica behind you, or is she?
I went downstairs before.
Yeah, eventually
Yeah.
she comes down with her packs and the stuff that she
Just
got ready.
raised eyebrows, like.
Yeah, she,
There's the. Do you need pointers? Do you need pointers?
Veronica also...
She was making breakfast, guys. God.
Mumbling things under her breath in Castilian.
Yep.
Which Jenny understands.
Yeah, but she's still mumbling.
Slow turn.
Hey, remember how we've been talking this whole time about the Fate Witches on ships?
Yes.
I just remembered why we care. Everyone roll a d10.
Oh,
that's
I
right.
never got my dice out. That
Me
would have been
either.
smart.
What am I doing?
Roll your d10.
Here we go.
5.
8.
Pipe.
9.
Eh,
Damn it.
6. Well, it's not me or rabbit. I don't call her that. Amanda was 5. And then Sally was 6.
Oh, sweet. I get it.
I think, yeah,
Woo.
John doesn't get one.
No, I don't.
No.
Unless you want to give me one.
Well,
No.
no. If
I'm
we,
already doing that for you.
if we
It's
tie,
fine.
I think that's what happens.
I got my own little engine here that just keeps generating.
Yeah. Stop using your powers. Sally.
GM trying to dice.
Stop playing. Just
Stop playing.
Stop playing.
stop.
Just sit in the corner, look like the doll you were meant to be. God damn it.
Oh, yes.
All right, so you're gonna go work at building your house.
Yep.
You're gonna go
We have
wrangle
at least 2
Fate
houses that need to
Witches.
be built before my army shows up.
Yeah, that's gonna take some work.
Like, my house will be built by hand, but the other houses will be built with magic.
Yeah. These ones don't.
I can weld.
Nice.
Hey, that's right.
Well, when I find steel beams at the mill, I'll let you know.
There's iron shit. Still weld iron.
That's right.
Then you put some like cool shades on as like.
I know she's got a fucking
Yeah,
He
that's
meant
an even
welding
different
mask.
game.
Sorry,
for-
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fucking steel mill.
Yeah.
Right, come back. Bruce
She's a
Springsteen shows up.
Mhm.
Yep.
Get a good like.
That's right.
Isaac is very conflicted.
Well, he's not here. He's with his lady.
Somewhere Isaac
They're
is
getting-
very conflicted.
They're getting married.
You get the plot of Flashdance, and
Yeah.
just like with Flashdance, you try to ignore the awkwardness that she's very much dating her boss.
Yep.
So,
It's fine.
you know,
It was the
it
80s.
was the
Fine.
80s.
Yeah, they were racist food mascots. It's
Yeah.
fine.
It's fine for like.
I mean, if people weren't allowed to date their bosses, then like K dramas wouldn't exist.
Just saying.
Hey,
That's
well,
like 40% of the content.
in this, it was more like I operate a steel mill. Oh shit! One of my employees I can actually date. Let's go.
He's also not very attractive. He's
No.
kind of a scary looking dude.
No.
Which, like, people don't have to be attractive to be worth, like, fucking. But also, it's an 80s movie. Like, you could try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that was the aesthetic back then. You're like, yeah,
I mean, I've seen it at the other rate.
greasy and chest hair. And,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Trust carpet.
I watched a lot of Flashdance when I was a kid. Some of my favorite parts was like during that final dance number when she does like breakdancing, and she's the stunt double, the dancer is a dude that did like the breakdancing part, and he's like, hell no, I ain't shaving my mustache. So like you clearly fucking see it in those shots. It's like
She has 3 different stand-ins for that
Yeah.
last, like, audition scene. So all in all, there's 4 people dancing
yep.
in that one scene.
And that dude does like the fucking back rolling part, like, and he's like, hell no, that mustache stays on, baby. So you get like this man in a leotard. It's fucking amazing. Alright, so is Jimena coming down to help with the house building?
I mean, she doesn't really have anything better to be doing, so yeah.
Anyone who wants to help build houses is more than
She's
welcome
got
to
like
come.
a sack of.
But if anybody wants to look at
things.
Rethel's boat while he spills alcohol on it, you're welcome to do that too.
Yep.
That may or may not be how it's christened.
If
And also,
anybody wants
also-
to watch Rethel be weird and sexual on a boat, you're more than welcome.
Also, I don't know if it's properly called christened because
Yeah.
we're not. We're the opposite.
Yeah, that's right.
You're heathening
It's,
it.
Yeah.
You heathen.
No, yeah, you're right. Being sexual on a boat. Yeah.
Yep. I like how everybody like gathers and it's like, hey, this ship is gonna get named, and then Rethel steps in and he's like, all right, everybody's here. Then he starts disrobing, and everybody's just like,
Japan got white versions of the black and gold outfits.
I know.
And call, because it's their song.
They got. I think they did a couple of the.
Oscar and Emil will go
Because
with
that's
you
the only time they do this.
Okay.
to wrangle up because you're still the boss. It's a room full of bosses, but you're still the lady boss. So.
I mean, I would rather have both of them because we're going to
Did you
move
see Warren's
very
dorky
many
post where
Feywiches
he
at
was on a
once.
phone booth
Well, and they also tell you
but it's
that
in
like
Korean.
there's been increase Captain Jose is sort of cracking down on it, but there's more Vodache in town.
And there's this fucking bird.
So basically, like, your people may not be safe. So they need to whip up the extra muscle. They said that they basically brief you in that your husbands and sisters, they've been doing daily shifts at the shop just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Just hanging by. They also tell you that apparently some of Mazabi's people have been coming about to do like increased security.
Oh, appreciate that.
Good guy, Mazabi.
Because basically, like, they roll up in their habits, and like the Vodachi are not gonna pick fist fights with
Oh,
the
yeah,
clergy
running
out in the
interference with the
street,
clergy.
Nice.
they've sort of been hanging around the shop. Plus, you know, they're taunting that Inquisitor Mazabi was your first official customer, so
It's
you know,
true.
that contract is still up and going. All right, Rethold, when you're ready, you could head down for your ship leaving port for the first time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I think we're going with Mendez y Mendez. Is anywhere there are Jose's or guild offices, then extra wealth can be gained.
Anywhere there are Jose's.
I will be where the Jose's gather.
Right. Wherever the Jose may roam.
That's right. But yeah, so all my ships are gonna be, of course, because they are part of the fleet. But yeah, we head down there. I actually hadn't thought of this. Like, yeah, like what is like? I asked my aunt to come down and do the honors, but I don't know what that actually looks like for Vestin.
For a Vestin ship christening, you know what? I am not exactly sure.
Heathening.
You,
Right, the
you
heathening.
slit the throat of a virgin over it?
Oh, that's a waste of a virgin.
I mean, if we're going,
You slit the throat of a learned
Vikings,
man
then
over it?
That probably does involve blood.
Probably a good way to go.
Probably.
It doesn't have to be a person.
A goat, yeah. You fill
Or
up
you-
your good
Or
vested
you
buddy on it?
use mead instead of wine. Shoot a flaming arrow over the, so it doesn't catch the boat on fire, but it's still.
I'd say cook a goat on the hole, on the deck.
We could probably look up what
Break
actual
a
Vikings
goat on the
did.
hole.
Did I give them the basically the bowling pin to put on the helm? I want to say I was like, when I threatened to kiss the Ison lady and the knight in
Yeah.
and the knight in mustache armor.
The night that you don't know the night.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I was like, here's some scrimshaw, put this on the helm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to help look, and I just keep getting the cruise ships because there's Viking cruise.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's yeah.
That's very, very unhelpful.
Just the weird melody part on the bottom.
Where's Linus when I need him?
Right. All right. Well, you walk up to a pretty good crowd of people, including many of Madame Salvadora's staff. There's a strong guild presence there. You also quickly identify Inga, Archibald, and her crew down on one side. And as you move in, do you bring anybody with you? Are you going by yourself?
Yeah, no, it sounded like everybody else had other stuff going on. It was fine.
It's fine.
Oh no, it's all good. Yeah, you gotta house an army.
Literally.
Not like they won't do it themselves,
Yeah.
whether you like it or not. But
I mean, they'll show up. They'll help me with the rest of it.
Yeah, you gotta
but
try. You gotta.
I have to have somewhere to
show faith. Yeah.
To meet them, and then they can build the other 5 houses.
Exactly. Yeah, I like invited everybody, so like it's
as you roll down, you
Well, when does the christening take place? Because we can work in the morning, and then we can take a break.
absolutely,
go to the
it's
christening,
mid-morning.
Yeah.
So
it's with the tide.
We left at the crack of dawn.
Yep.
At first light.
So all the working crew.
Wow, there's like a sorry, a stallion penis used in a ritual.
Oh, the poor thing.
Yeah, there's other things, but the crew working on the home also makes an appearance as you are escorted to the place of honor. You notice very prominently on one side is your aunt and her retinue. She's wearing her good coat that has like the huge fur lining on the side there. Her hair is up and braided in a bunch of braids down the middle. You see that she's put on the eye shadow as well.
Sorry. Many ancient seafaring societies had rituals for launching a new ship. The Greeks poured water on the new vessel to bless it. The Babylonians sacrificed oxen, and the Vikings offered up human blood.
No.
Yep.
I found it.
Yeah, I got a couple things here, including the...
Just don't do it with the hand thing.
No.
I fucking hate when they do that.
No.
No, I imagine some
Slip the
individuals.
throat, spill it
No,
out.
I imagine
actually...
some individuals who are familiar with anatomy and such would have better ideas about how to go about
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
There's 3 scalds, 2 women and 1 man who are already singing basically tales of glory, and you notice that next to your aunt is a lady in a white robe. Her face has been painted entirely in white, with like 2 black patterns down the side, and she's
This
holding
is metal as hell.
she's holding a golden bowl filled with a liquid that a brush has been dipped into.
In a different universe, there's a sick drop D just.
Oh yeah, yep, that's right.
Double bass.
Yeah.
Your aunt basically sort of like gives you a nod, and that lady walks up to you. She's about like half a head taller than you are, and she reaches into the bowl and pulls out the red liquid on there and smears a line in diagonal across your face, across your beard, and then steps next to the boat and invests in.
My 2 white teeth shine out of my mouth around the gore.
And
Jimena's
invest
like crossing
in.
herself.
Yeah, hell yeah! This is the shit.
As the 3 continue to sing, she says, "Your vessel is ready. Call its name."
And I pull the horn, and yeah, no, fuck it. And with the pursed lips and the plasma still on them, I give it a medium report, and then there I'm like, and I say invest in. Oh no, I had this. Invest in. I had the name pulled up, and then I forgot, and then it was here. And let's see here. Nope, those are shared. This was cool, and then it wasn't. All right, let's see.
That's fair.
That's the name of my autobiography.
This was cool, and then it wasn't.
This was
Yeah.
cool until it
This
wasn't.
was cool, and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
Right?
Same.
Too many people identify with that sentiment. It's like, well, this was fun. Until it wasn't. Look at your girl, like, with her...
Oh my! How scandalous!
Just that leg.
Ooh, your tail. Hi, baby.
Yeah.
See, like Rhea's eyes are much sharper than hers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hers are so big and round.
Well,
Is she doing the stanky leg?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she is. She looks like she's being ready to be painted on the side of a B-52
That's
bomber.
Yeah,
right.
I was like, it's not quite a
We're
paint me like
fighting
one of your
for her.
French girls.
Yeah.
but it's-
someone's van.
She's
That's
gonna
right.
bring some morale to the boys
That's
out
right.
there on the front.
That's what we're fighting for, lads.
How amazing would that be? If somebody just rolled up
That's
with their
right.
plane with the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
picture on
It's
the
like-
side.
What? You don't like pussy?
Right.
No, I'm sorry.
What? I'm just
I'm
thinking of my
sorry.
lady back
I'm
home.
sorry.
yeah.
Wow, was she a hairy one? Yeah, it's almost got John. Got good form. So invest in. I say that when you sail into Valhalla, your name will be Gundrid, and Gulthrudottir will know that she can be at your helm, and then
And you hear Jenny in the background very quietly translating
Oh yeah.
to everyone who followed her.
Yep.
Because I speak Festive.
Yep. They're like, you got a small crew of people who are sort of like leaning in, like,
Well, what he said was...
so what's happening?
But I had to translate it from Vestin into...
Yep.
Surin.
No, into...
But we all speak
Castilian.
Or
Thean.
Thean, yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But Jimena's like, do not tell me. I do not want to know what this
Repeatedly
is.
crossing.
Yeah.
Constantly crossing.
Like, she's got her rosary. She's like, I don't know what the fuck is happening, but it's
Yeah.
weird.
You look like you're conducting because you just got a rhythm down now. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
1,
yeah,
2,
yeah.
3,
No,
4.
it's-
She's
1,
like-
2, 3, 4.
She's like,
It's
silently
very-
like praying her beads the whole
It's
time.
very un-Castilian, right? Like that lady is holding a fucking bowl of blood and she's painted up. She has like a necklace that is like almost all
Might
feathers.
as well be hot dogs around that thing.
She's wearing that white dress and it's very clear that this is her only garment. Like she ain't wearing anything else, and sometimes
Yeah, I know. Her Castilian heart is
Yeah.
basically like, it's like, I want to be like respectful, I guess, but also like, what the fuck's
want to
happening?
be supportive, but
Like, it's
You
like
gotta
I'm just gonna
ratchet
be over
up the
here
weird.
letting our Lord Theus know that I had no part in this.
Right.
That I like.
I'm here because I'm a
Like, if the
virtuous
light-
friend and
like,
I'm
yeah.
supporting somebody I
If the
love.
lightning
but...
strikes, don't strike me.
That's right. And then after her true name, she's like, but to those that sail in her in this life, the flout of the Valkyrie
Yeah,
shall be
that's right.
shall be stalwart and true till the days we are called off to the land beyond.
Right. The what you would know is a priestess. What everybody else is like that weird ass woman.
Yeah.
Steps up to the ship and repeats the name.
She's to be worshipped respectfully.
And
Respectfully.
with the brush, violently splatters blood all over the effigy at the front. And she repeats the ship's name as she says in Vestan, "May you always strike true, break the backs of every ship and wave that you find in your way. May your crew always be safe or die in glory. And may you always have a hand's width of water beneath your keel." And as she finishes, she grabs the rest of the pot and splatters it like right on the face of the Valkyrie-like figure at the ship's prow, and all of the
And then it just
guildies
conk, just faints
right.
dead away.
Oh, my fainting couch.
She has her own smelling salts here somewhere.
It's like I make my own.
It's an ingenious system. When her head kicks forward, it comes out of her cleavage and just boom,
It's
back.
it's spring loaded. The cat pushes up.
When her diaphragm gets to a
And
certain
it's like,
spot.
bonk. Yeah.
My goodness.
Gives her a black eye every so often, but it's still effective.
And with that, all of the guildies as one, whether they're Vestan or not, does not matter.
Oh, I know.
Raise weapons and yell. Some are yelling like, profanities. Some are yelling like, just straight up yelling. Some of them are shouting like words of encouragement. And there's a row standing at the very back that just steadily, in rhythm with the Scald, beat axes on shields in a makeshift shield wall. As
this is beautiful.
Yeah, Jimena is freaked out.
I've never witnessed one of these yet.
And I was like, I thought you were weird already. This takes it to a whole new level.
This is who I hang out with.
You should watch out if I ever get married.
Dios mío.
Yeah. I'm sure when I get married, you'll figure out how we fill these buckets of blood. The priestess steps up to you and she says, "Your daughter is ready." And
I look
steps
over.
away.
I look over to my aunt and I'm like, "We cut the cord." Because I imagine there's the
Yep.
the line, the mooring line.
Yep.
That'll let it
I
slide.
know about boat things.
So there's the boat hat, and that's where the guy goes, "Land ho!"
She you see one of her attendants that you saw when you visited her at the guild house, like, hand her an ornate Dane axe, and she grabs it with both hands and steps forward, and she doesn't really say anything. She sort of looks about, and the cheers like sort of renew as she sort of raises the axe above her head, and then with a flourish chops the line, and there is cheering and bellows and yelling. Alcohol is brought out.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, it is. You clearly see the line because it's very loud on the guildie side, and then like the other side is much more subdued.
Like,
as like the
except for Jenny, I'm
Castilians.
just like,
Yeah, bravo.
What name did you end up going with?
Oh yeah, Flout to the Valkyrie. Yeah.
So yeah, your ship has now been christened, and Inga actually steps up to you and gives you like a very firm handshake, and says, we'll talk more. I thought about what you said.
I look meaningfully at like the shanty town at the edge of the pier where the staging area is, where I know these things are being built, and I'm like,
And she says, Madame Salvadora has been good to me, but in many ways, maybe taking my talents to your crew will also be a meaningful way to continue serving alongside her.
I sort of make that posture where, I would never assume, to
But we can have you in the house tomorrow.
to assume them in. Yeah, no, and I just sort of like, I'm sure the sea doesn't want just one ship to be loosed by the wolf.
No, and she sort of looks at the ship and she's like, it would be a shame if it was the only one of its kind. Right now it is. And like she sort of watches it.
As she knows the patent's up for sale and I'm ready
yeah.
to start production.
Oh,
and
yeah,
the Mendez merchant vessel, quotation marks,
merchant,
is ready to sail to points unvisitable by a similar craft. So it's,
yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of applaud. You actually get a lot of guildies that come in your way. Like after Inga pulls away, a bunch of people are coming by to offer like words of congratulations, like words of encouragement. Some of them you can tell, right? Like they know they're giving meaningful glances at your end, and there's a little bit of a political, like, yeah, I totally know that guy, right? Like,
oh yeah, no, 100%. Like just living on that clout, because like there's obviously her and I are close if they don't know who we are, literally, and also that apparently I'm someone of importance in Mendez because it's not apparent that I'm not, because I don't look Castilian. And so yeah, once we re-wrangle the ship to its new berth, it's a party up there.
No, it's you get a lot of that, right? Like you feel like your legend has grown, and as a result, a lot of your fellow guildies.
Well, I'm not a guild. Well,
connections of yours are now trying to hitch their legacy to your rising legend.
Oh, 100%. They are welcome at any moment to visit the Mendez offices locally. There are new openings all the time. If they're looking for franchise opportunities, I know that they might be guild. There's no conflict of interest there, so you need to be careful. But
at some point, what looks like an potential old Vestan sailor wearing like a darkened coat and a flat brim hat, big eye patch, like gray hair, gray beard, that comes and shakes your head very meaningfully and says, "Pleasure to see you in person. I have heard tale of your exploits. When next you're at the tavern by the guild, come see me. I will buy you a drink."
I measure it for a second. Would grandfather or father be the more appropriate honorific?
Probably like
cousin.
Yeah, like father would be fine. He's clearly older than you
I was trying to gauge where the respect line on that one is.
Yeah.
Then definitely. Absolutely, father. To be gifted a tankard with you. Oh, by all means, I will be there shortly.
He says, when you come, ask for Grimmer, and I will be happy to chat with you.
Tony's spidey senses go off. What does Rethold think of the name Grimmer?
Roll me something.
Yeah. Is that sailing? Is that warfare? Is that...
No, it is...
Scholarship.
I need more dice.
You need more dice.
Oh, I see.
This would
I'll
be
only pull out 2.
a...
Okay, you.
You know what? I'll let you roll sailing. This might be peripheral, but the other one would be scholarship.
Wits plus sailing, or
Yes. As this is happening, Jenya, you sort of had to translate this whole ceremony.
Yeah.
Ricardo was kind of like, huh, that's interesting.
That's interesting.
Veronica is sort of looking at that. Oscar and Emil are just like, also like very much like, huh, like this is, they actually say like, this is the kind of stuff that the Hex and Verk do back home, but then that doesn't make them any friends, right? Like they sort of get shunned for having to do that. And then Oscar is like, yeah, but then they would have probably like drank all the blood, like, because that's sort of what they do, and then they like breathe fire.
Oh no!
Or dump like 20 dice on the ground.
No!
Hope you like that, internet.
no, those are not
Oh
food.
dear.
Oh,
Yep. We're gonna go on the hunt for dice.
Oh,
and,
did you like forget you had that there?
File
Hey,
was
Sam.
the book, and it all slid down.
Didn't quite.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah. Okay. I think you're pretty centralized.
Yeah, that looks like most.
You
of
caught the
them.
blast
I don't
radius.
see any others.
Yeah.
I lit a candle in there, so I'm just letting you know that there was a candle lit in the bathroom.
that's why they're there.
I think we're good.
Yeah, I think that's most of it.
Good catch.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I don't think anyone over. I didn't see any out
I just
there.
saw a weird color. I'm like, John's dice are red.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
black.
Yeah, I don't think there's any.
Yeah, they're red and black.
I don't think that's one.
So while that's happening, or while I'm like, who's this fucker? Or did you already say the part you were gonna say?
Oh, like yeah, they're basically just like they're exchanging
Consolidated.
thoughts about the ceremony and like
Oh yeah, that's
Oscar and Emil are like like the
They would've drank it,
Hexenberg back home, like they probably would have drank the blood and then like they get like superpowers or some shit. Like
I've
I don't
also
know how it
never
works.
been around when my people do this for a ship. I grew up near the lake, so I had a lot of seafood, but no, we were never on boats. We would just go into the water.
I always wonder why they call it seafood when it's not sea. it's
Yeah.
lake. Oh, one was? Oh, damn.
It's under
The chair.
Alright.
I grew up on fish and clams, but we did not go into the ocean.
I thought maybe.
Also, the water does not like me in it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the though for having interacted and served with Vestin that the Vestin have a very special affinity with their boats, whether it's for warfare or commerce or
yeah.
Man, it's like, if you were by a lake, was it really seafood? Or was it lake food?
That's what I was. I imagine. I
And
imagine.
then there's
Zhenya has had this conundrum.
okay. I have had a lot of freshwater fish and friends.
fish are friends, not food.
No, they're both.
They are both.
It's 9.
Take your medicine.
Oh no!
See, this is where we need a choreography for.
We can have it for multiple things.
That's right.
Yep.
So yeah.
2, 4, 6, 7 plus legendary 8.
Oh, there we go.
So I know who this guy is.
Well,
I think
maybe
For sure.
because you
I got a good idea.
the association that it brings to your brain is making you very unsure as he starts to walk away into the crowd, because you know that among many of the sailors, especially those that have taken long trips away from home,
Just en route.
Grimmer is
Oh, there you go.
another name for the Allfather.
God damn it! I knew it. Fucking knew it. It's a fucking eye patch. A fucking. All right. Yeah. No. Absolutely. Yeah. I look. I'm sure Magnus is here, right?
Oh yeah, Magnus has
You wouldn't miss
come
him.
up.
Yeah, Magnus
He's-
is like painted up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
You wouldn't miss your big day like this.
no.
As I'm like sort of like drinking and glad handing the moment after, Mr. Cyclops walks past.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, no, it's good, yeah, Ulu. And then like as it sort of dawns on me that this implication is here, I'm all like, I turn like really white, and I look at him like, Magnus,
What?
that's the captain. You him, make sure they don't fuck up the ship.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. No, you got it.
I gotta go.
Okay.
It's
you
really
good?
like it's more important than
Is somebody gonna die?
this. I hope not. But if that's how
Somebody
it goes.
gonna- you tell me.
Yeah, define die.
Because if somebody dies and I'm here,
I'm pretty sure that it's going to be me if it is. And
but then you,
don't worry about me. I'll be in the hall. It'll be great.
yeah, but without me.
Well, you'll get there.
Aw.
I'm sure. Unless you fuck up.
We were supposed to die together.
All right. Yeah. Right. What about our pact?
Well, if I do die, then that's your first mate. Okay? You sort that out with what's her name on the bell. That's your problem. I won't care. I'll be drinking. Aha.
Drinking between bouts of battling and,
Yep. So
being
Rethel makes his way out.
Gotta go.
Do we notice that he just suddenly goes, okay, bye?
Well, if you're keeping an eye on where Rethel is, like, yeah, very clearly.
Yeah, if Rethel fucks off, I'm gonna go back to my house. and start
He's
going.
also like,
Jimenez cannot get away from this faster.
oh yeah. Jimenez very
Well, there is a party
scandalized.
with food and drink on the boat, but
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
a lot
know
of
whether or not.
No, that's the
blood
devil's boat.
Well,
I just saw what happened.
That's the devil's food.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not nearly as like just out there with that opinion, but there's still that I grew up a certain way, and
Oh yeah.
but we're just going to respectfully stand on the dock. I'm holding Leanna's hand.
I was
Look
here.
look
I
at
saw
us
the
be
thing.
proper.
I had a drink. I explained to everyone what was happening.
Yep.
I have things to do.
It's clearly blood.
I
You're not
support my
sure of the
friend.
provenance, right? Like blood was splattered.
I mean,
Like,
I'm certainly not like a person that shuns people for their beliefs. It's just like like I grew up Catholic. There's certain
Oh, yeah.
things that just trigger me.
yeah.
I don't practice at all, but
You're like-
I
Yeah,
believe
like-
you have a part of your normal church where you drink the blood of a man. So I don't know why you're mad that they put it on the ship.
and then you eat him.
It's like, cannibalism, vampirism. It's a sexy church.
That's right. That's right.
Do the Vatichans have like the same kind of holy
Oh yeah, I
communion?
think we've
I
asked.
just-
I
I
think
just
we've
assumed-
asked this. I'm like, I don't
Very-
I feel like we have.
It's
I'm sure it's
very very.
I'm sure we've got
close.
there's a
Analog too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is analog the word I want? Yeah, right. And
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not,
It's right. It's
but I can't think of what the right
damn it.
word is.
It's
No.
analogous.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then what was that? Oh, I thought Amanda
No,
said
I just
something.
went,
Oh.
Rabbit, you still with us?
playing Pokemon, a bitch.
I didn't bring my Switch out of respect.
Mine's still packed in the bag. Out of respect.
I
Respectfully.
hear. Did it unmute me and you hear a loud banging?
No.
Okay.
We were just checking on you.
Did you hear my dice scatter all over the floor, or?
Analogous is good.
But it's the noun version.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of you,
Facsimile?
all of you do notice that at some point, Rethold
Looks real interesting.
very much
something.
like all the
Well, 'cause
color
these are-
drains from his face, and he exchanges a few quick words with Magnus,
It's a
and he sort of
noun.
fucks off
Yeah, right?
really quickly.
We'll get there.
Assess. We've had enough break. Back to the field.
Back to work.
Yeah, if you don't think too much about it, you probably just had to take a shit.
Yeah.
It just hit
You
him.
were just so excited. You were holding it all
You did a
day.
head for the head, real bad.
He's like he didn't go before the ceremony, and now it's all hitting him. He had a couple drinks, and he's like, I gotta
Found
go.
the first edition 7th C book about the Church of the Prophets.
As we
is it one page and it just says it's the Catholic Church?
more or
It
less.
says communion, also called Eucharist, is
Yep.
the act of sharing bread and wine.
Yep.
When the second prophet led his flock into the Crescent Empire, see?
Uh-huh.
Very
Okay.
analogous.
Yep.
Yeah.
All they
Yeah.
had was 100 loaves of bread and 100 jugs
Ah,
of
but see,
wine.
but they do the loaves and fishes thing.
Oh, yes, okay.
Yep.
Yes, that's true.
It's not as sexy.
It's received on an ongoing basis once a week, part of your mass,
Yep.
blah, blah, blah.
Get them Christ
But
Just
it
the
doesn't
one.
seem like it involves
Yeah, it doesn't.
transubstantiation.
No,
no.
So it's not blood and
No
it's
Christ
not
checks.
blood and
Damn.
wine.
No.
Okay.
You're just sharing the bounty
They're not.
of
They're
our
not
Lord
eating.
Theus.
I mean, this is our fake made up game. I think we need some fucking.
Well, because the main key
You get that
difference with the Vatican Church too is that there's no real like Jesus.
Yeah, because there's like
Right,
three
it's-
prophets.
they're just the prophets.
If
and they're
there's
all-
three prophets and they all came with different lessons, and then there's Theus, who's God,
All right,
Yeah.
so we need to start
and Legion,
Apocrypha.
who's the devil.
We need to start.
But
yeah.
I mean, it has basically most of the sacraments.
Yeah.
Baptism,
It's
communion,
very.
Yeah, but it just
communion,
doesn't involve
confirmation, marriage,
The blood.
the
yeah.
transubstantiation, which is the
Ordination,
important bit in
and
Catholicism.
No, sure. There
Yeah.
was a
There's all the
guy
seven.
in the Crescent Empire who, was that everyone believed he was the son of Theus, and this is the guy.
Yep.
And there was a Judas, and it was awesome.
Yep.
And the score was by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Nice.
It was incredible.
The second prophet is incidentally the warlike one, like mentioned. He's the one that took people into the Crescent
He's the
Empire.
one who led the Crusades.
Yeah, basically. Like he's
Yeah,
the
got-
preferred prophet of most of the asshole Vatichines, because he's the
There's 9
he's the
commandments?
warrior of God one, right? Like the convert the heathen.
One
and-
of them is thou shalt not suffer a sorcerer to live, though.
Yup.
Yay! Whoops.
Lisa, do you remember the God Warrior?
Yes.
That's right.
Yes, I do. Oh, good
Ah.
God.
Which also, that's not actually what the Bible says.
No.
Apocrypha
As
and
most
Gnostic.
things.
Yeah.
Apocrypha
Most
and Gnostic writings. So we'll
I don't know if there's any differences between this and second edition, to be honest, though.
There's a little bit. There's a bit of a work of adaptation just for.
to try and make it.
Because, I mean, this is definitely barely disguised that it's not Christian.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
everything in this.
Yeah, it's true, it's
They're
true.
all disguised.
That's more or less it, right? Like that's the goal.
Yeah. Well, welcome to religious studies with the Centaurs.
That's right.
Yep.
It is Sunday after all. This is our mass,
Yeah.
Hashtag Centaur hot takes.
right? We have the coolest church. We
Catholicism
drink
is
fucking
the
ginger
sexy-
ale
yeah.
and sometimes whiskey, and then we eat tacos.
Yeah.
So
You know.
compare that to your fucking
Yeah,
time
right.
at church.
That's fucking. Let's go.
We get like home cooked meals and fucking alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you witnessed Rethold's expeditious retreat when Genya says, "All right, back to the house." I'm sure Jimena does not need to
Oh
be.
my god, there's even a Martin Luther. Sorry.
Nice.
Well, no, there's we haven't touched this because
There's
there's
objectionists.
we're in
Hell
Castile.
yeah,
There's
they're basically
objectionists. That's the War de Cross. The War de Cross was basically the traditionals
Isen
and the
because-
objectionists.
Yeah.
Ison took the fucking brunt of it.
Man, this is a whole thing we haven't even touched.
Well, that
Oh, yeah.
there's a lot that happened with that.
Well, I'm a heathen. I mean, half of us are heathens, so we don't care.
Yep.
I think Yvine is technically.
Oh, Yvine is Vatican too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although,
But they got that. Fun
she's Avalon
fairy-
Vatican
Yeah,
because
which
she's
is-
also rubbing elbows with like.
Yeah. Well, because
fucking-
you're Orthodox because
I
Basura.
was raised in both,
Yep.
so I'm like whatever.
And then you two are crazy devout.
Oh,
Traditional.
She's not that devout.
Crazy.
Sorry,
Yeah.
raised.
Mhm.
You know.
No, Jimena is still weirdly crazy.
I'm like, I believe in the New Testament or whatever
Yeah.
equivalent.
So Jimena's just like, yeah, except that one commandment, except that one, or is it
because
not sorcery?
Jimena sees her sorcery as a
curious.
gift from God, so
Yeah, yeah,
she thinks that one is specifically bullshit,
Okay.
and that the leaders wrote it just because they were jealous that they didn't have the magic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because why would I be like this if it wasn't from
Technically, it
Theus?
was the ninth one. It looks like it was tacked on a little
Sure.
compared to the others.
Sure.
Exactly.
See?
It's
Exactly.
not an auspicious number.
That's
It's
right.
not-
No.
Yeah.
No.
Get Dan Brown in here.
8? Sure. 8. I got.
Even numbers make sense in
Yeah.
Yeah.
religious contexts.
Or
Um,
prime.
Yeah.
9. Neither.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always 7 or.
Yeah.
Where was I going with this?
I was
I
about
don't
to say,
know. We
yeah,
took a
if-
huge
if-
So
if-
we go
tangent.
back to
I'm
work.
sorry.
Yeah.
If you want to do a camera change before we get
Yeah.
back to my drinking buddies,
Are you just gathering your ladies all in one space? Like what?
Well,
What are
well,
you?
I'm going to go over to the shop and then, take some time to explain to them what's happening when we don't have any customers. And other than that, probably help with the customers until there's a lull.
You're
so I can
explaining to
talk
them that you're going to close the shop.
We're going to have to. With this is basically war.
Lavinia says, "War against who?"
The Cardinal is coming.
Alicia signs herself. Bernadetta clearly doesn't. She
I don't know if he is coming personally, but he is sending ships here. Not just to us, but to San Felipe.
so we're gonna be fighting his troops.
one can hope.
Essentially, yes.
Leandro sort of clears his throat and says, "Unfortunately, it also bears saying that we will be taking up arms against our former compatriots, as it seems they've
That is correct.
entered the fray." Bernadetta leaps to her feet.
She's
as
ready. She's all ready.
This
Go.
happens, and
Give me a stick. Let me be.
it is only the sanctity of your shop and the fact that this is almost a holy place for her that she does not spit on the ground.
I point to a spittoon just in case.
You eye the platoon like, that's why it's there.
She says, "Are they? They are coming here."
You may have already seen the signs. They have agents here already, and they have bases around. Already the captain here of the guard has been trying to ferret them out.
She lets a long string of curses.
We have been fortunate. There are many
Chocolate.
people that want to
Yeah.
protect this shop and others. They have been working to keep us safe, but it is not a permanent thing. We must deal with the problem.
Lavinia is clearly like in thoughts about this because
But at the
she's
same time, I believe that one of the most important things about how we are choosing to live is that you do have the freedom to choose. If you do want to go back, I cannot stop you. I will not stop you. It does mean that we will fight.
No, Bernadette has already taken a step forward.
But I'm
and
looking
she's
at
like,
everybody.
She's like, I am ready. I will stand with you. And she turns towards her sisters and she says, even if you choose not to come, I will fight. But you have to promise me one thing. If I am incapacitated, you will end my life before I am shipped to return.
I will honor you with that.
Then we are agreed.
So I look to the others and I say, make your decision. We are to how I don't know when we're actually leaving, but I will say whenever that is.
Yeah.
Like probably tonight or tomorrow. Well, whenever she's done with the house. So probably tomorrow, because they make good time up there on the hill.
The two youngest are sort of like very deer in the headlight at this whole situation, and Ludovica says, we have nowhere else to go.
I understand that.
We have no family.
Then until you understand enough to make a true decision,
Chopped
you
liver?
can stay
Fucking- come
with
on.
us.
Yeah, Nicoletta actually steps close to them and she says, you are wrong. Your family is here now. She actually like looks at Alicia and Bernadetta and says, none of us are related by blood, yet we're sisters nonetheless. We have been since we left, and so remains. If you so choose, we will be your sisters as well. Alasia sort of fights her stutter and says, I'll help too. I'm not as good as my sisters, but I'll contribute what I can.
Every bit of strength you can offer is good enough. We need every bit we can get.
When Lavinia looks at you and says, what do you want?
Myself? I wouldn't say that I want war or to kill. I've never wanted it. I do, however, want freedom for us. And I want there to be a world where we can exist without having to constantly be in the service of others who will use our powers for ill ends. I'm working on something that it is not ready yet to be revealed, but this is part of it. This is part of a new beginning. May I ask, what do you want?
Do you want me to help you accomplish this?
You already know what my answer is.
Oh, I want it if you want it, but if you don't want it,
If you don't feel you can decide for yourself yet, then I give you the same offer I did to the young ones. You stay with us until you can.
She sort of pauses for a long moment.
But understand that I do not intend for us to simply just exist without rules. We may need you in the future to help codify and ensure that these are followed.
I want to see the future you speak of. I will help you.
Good.
And they sort of look at one another, and Leandro is like, I guess that means we are decided. Take whatever effects you have in the shop. We'll be closing for the time being.
It's like the sign says, close for war!
Right.
yeah. Sorry.
He sort of like peeks his head outside the shop and calls in Oscar and Emil and asks them to help with carrying any personal items like that they may have. and you make preparations. And you hear him say to Oscar and Emil, like, until we are on a boat safely away from San Felipe, please do not lose sight of any of these. There's danger lurking at every corner.
I assume that Emil and Oscar know who the people to trust among the clergy are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they were pretty close, like, because I had situated the shop close to that particular.
Yep, it's very close to Mazabi's chapel office. Because he worked away from the cathedral on purpose.
Which is why I also moved over here on purpose.
So yeah, lots of work being done.
Definitely
packing and preparation. Some weapons are drawn that have been hidden in the shop. And
suppose I may have to start teaching my style as well.
That's absolutely right. Genia, there's a fair amount of work to be done at the site. You know exactly what site you want your house to be.
Oh yeah.
Close to that nice gnarled old tree.
Yeah.
Right by the corner.
We already cleared last time we cleared the foundation.
Yep.
So this time it's just putting it up.
Yep. So there's supplies that are already been brought here. And with the whole crew that is here, people start getting to work.
She has a slight design change for the kitchen. It has to have a Nuceran oven.
Ah, there you go.
Your measly Castilian oven is not enough.
Right.
It's gotta be able to bake for an army, or
Well,
not
you
at
have,
all.
you have to be able to sleep on top of it.
Oh.
Not that I think that is necessary,
Right.
but it must be there.
Jimena can test that for you.
Yeah. Yep. You can sleep on the oven.
Like, this is the place where the bread comes out. Yes.
Yeah. That's
Just
right.
curl up right there.
She just
Ricardo.
with like one arm like dangling off the side of it. She just grabs bread in her sleep.
One night while you're sleeping and you do that, the double boy goes, "We are friends."
Oh, it just like
What if we held hand in the Nuceran oven?
It just like laces his fingers. He's like,
Yep.
And you are never the white like you're like, I had the weirdest dream.
Right?
Yup.
It's so nice sleeping.
It's like
here.
my novella.
It's so comforting.
In her brain, it's like, it's Sebastian,
It's a bodice ripper
or
cover.
Yeah.
or Jorge, or Isaac. It could be anybody.
Or any of them.
Just some real
But it's really just this gnarly
graphic
goblin
hand-holding.
man who's
Real
like,
graphic
"Hey."
hand-holding.
Just this.
It's
Yeah.
like, it's nice to have young ladies in the
Right.
house.
Yeah. It's like
What the double boy is like.
it's like his hand holding that would make a housewife blush.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look at the intense. Are the edges of the screen getting like fuzzy? Oh my god.
With his cold, smoldering eyes. Yes. But
Ricardo
there's
has
slight design
discarded.
change.
Ricardo has discarded the coat and the hat and most of his items, and he's out there working in his shirt and suspenders,
Same.
carrying shit about.
No fur-lined vest.
Eh,
Too much shit to do.
but it's a good time. Like you start to draw
There's a lot of, don't put that there. Okay.
all the floor plans.
Yeah.
Ricardo starts to work at building the actual flooring. Once you got the dimensions right, Veronica's helping with all the measuring and the cutting, and yeah, so
Emil is skirting the edges.
yeah. No, he's helpful. The work is giving him something to focus on, so he
Nice.
doesn't have to. Idleness means he might encounter your gaze at this point, and he's still not exactly sure whether he misstepped or not.
Which
like,
is so funny because she's just like, oh, well, yeah, come.
yeah. He's just like he's uncertain, but
Why was she mad? Oh, When I was a little girl, I got abducted by a demon, and she still has trouble seeing my empty bed in the morning.
Yeah. It's a trigger.
It's nothing.
Right.
She's fine.
Oh yeah, that demon's still out there too.
Yep.
We'll get him.
We have a demon to eat.
Yeah. But
He's
yeah,
on the list.
lots of good work, right? Veronica's packed some food for lunch as well, so when people get hungry or thirsty,
Good girl.
or in Jimena's case, the
Just
food is
existing.
supplied to you on a consistent basis. But yeah, so good work being done. And a couple of times, like while he's catching his breath, right? Like Ricardo's sort of looking at the courtyard. You can almost tell like he's imagining where the other little houses will be sprouting up. It's kind of a mix of like imagining what it will look like, but also being caught in like remembrance of what it used to look like. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
At some point, Zhenya will send Emil up the hill to go get
they go get Roberto.
Roberto and bring him down.
Oh yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah.
You actually see them start to come down the hill, and then you do a bunch of work, and then by the time you look again, like they're about midway. Roberto doesn't move fast anymore.
Pick the man up. Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
there's dignity at stake
It's like
here.
I could,
That'll never happen.
and he's probably not that heavy, but he will fucking fight me.
He can still bite plenty good.
Yep.
Like,
He's
he
got
doesn't-
that, he's got that turtle tooth lip.
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. He'll-
It's like I mind to put my hands like under his arms like that, and then he fucking fought me,
He just straight up snapped.
right?
I thought he was feeble, then he punched me, and I'm like, alright, you win.
Started fucking spinning like a Tasmanian devil.
Yep.
So yeah, it does take a little while, but
Yeah, I figured.
Roberto comes down the hill, and there's hugs exchanged, and he hasn't even met like everybody around here. Like some of them is just like the first time, but
This is my sister Vernica.
you're greeted like old
Grandfather,
friends.
come sit. She
Yeah,
grows
he's
a
like, I
tree
can
for-
help, I can work, and like Ricardo is just like, put your butt down, old man. Like just don't even.
She grows a tree for him to sit under.
he protests for about like a couple minutes, and then as you get into conversation and are no longer like the topic is no longer him sitting, he sits, right. Very thankfully, yeah, like he's sort of happy to exchange.
Look at the plans.
Oh yeah, he's super overjoyed. You get a lot of stories of like, this is where Ricardo like did this, and these kids were like ruffians out here, and this is a tree that they used to climb on and like throw shit at people, and yeah, he's
Loving it.
he's more than content to share all of his memories of the place. He does get misty eyes a couple times, which like, you know, Ricardo's like, here we go.
Yeah, here we
Right.
A
go.
lot of work's just starting now.
Here we go.
Takes the book away. Please don't cry out my plans.
Yeah. No.
I don't write in your language, but don't mess up my drawings.
Yeah, basically. Ricardo like teases him about it a couple of times. It's
Shit,
like,
I
you're
don't
doing
write
it
my
to
language.
yourself. Like this is your fault. Like you're talking about all this shit. Like this is but yeah, you spend
I give him a thing to work on that could be easily worked on a tabletop kind of deal.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Here, put this together.
he's so happy to work on that.
Oh,
Like he's
It's like children.
just like Ricardo, like he removes like his sweater vest and works, even though the work you gave him is, you know, it's not hard labor by any margin, but
No.
like he's part of the team now. He's working. But
Here's
yeah,
some mallet. Here's some spikes. Make a thing.
you have a well organized crew, so process. You get some some good progress going on your house. Like before long, like the shape of the floor is up.
Getting walls.
Yep, you're starting to put the lining of the walls in, the door frames, and it is moving along. While this is happening, where does Rethold escape to?
Oh, I make a beeline for the tavern next to the guild hall. I don't want to keep this older gentleman waiting. So I'm hustling down that dock.
Oh yeah, you get progress is not as hasty as you would like it, because almost every few yards somebody is there to shake your hand or pat you on the back or say some words of congratulations.
Oh, yeah,
and you're like,
yeah.
I got somewhere to be, but
Oh, yeah,
your
absolutely,
fans
yeah.
are here. It's like, can we do a picture? Like it's
Yeah.
it's the equivalent, right?
No, well, I mean, yeah, no. So I give them the minute, and I'm like, hi, say their name 3 times, try to commit to memory, and then as soon as there's that, I'm like, okay, thanks, bye, I gotta go.
Yeah, you finally make it to the tavern, and it is rowdy with sailors and guild folk and people on shore leave, and it is a well frequented, loud and boisterous establishment. But as you enter, clear as day, in one of the corners, at a table, drinking alone, and yet with 2 mugs at the table, is the old man you saw earlier. And as you enter, like almost laser guided, you get a tip of the hat as he spots you coming through.
Yeah, I give a little. I hold up my fist to acknowledge that I seen him, and I try to pick up anyone who's serving, like a kid or anything, or like a maid.
Yeah, there's a girl probably in her 20s that passes by you. That's clearly part of the staff.
Yeah. And I hold up 2 gold guilders, just the biggest bill I've got, right? Yep. I'm just like, excuse me, right in her face, excuse me, right?
Yeah, no, she's like, oh yeah,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What would you like?
Yeah.
just like the eyes go to your face.
Yeah.
You still got the stripe,
yeah.
right?
And I'm like, best meal for this table, and I gesture towards my date.
Oh.
Yeah.
She sort of looks and then nods, and she's like, you got it, and I got it coming.
I tap it on the tray
quickly,
and I the grin of the fluorescent teeth through the now drying.
Oh yeah. It dried partly into your beard, mm-hmm, right? Like it's
it's definitely a counterpoint to the pale skin and the 2 blonde beard.
The 2 blonde beard.
Yeah, and then I hustle over that table and graciously as I can with that, trying to be cool, but with deference. No,
you as you approach, you feel the foot of the old man sort of push the chair across from him.
For a brief moment, I consider turning the chair around and I'm like, no, that's too much. No, that's not
Time to channel the cool
He's
long
he's not a 16-year-old lad. No, you know.
And yeah, you basically get a please.
Oh no,
have
yeah.
a sit.
I slide in, and I'm like,
And he says he pushes the extra mug towards you, and says, "This is your drink."
and I definitely take it, and the things swirl through my head. Then I'm like, if this isn't who I think it is, this could be very bad.
This could be very awkward.
It would be very inconsiderate in any case not to accept. So here we go. This is how we live our lives. And I take a nice big quaff of this sucker.
Yeah,
and
it is an amazingly tasty ale.
Oh no!
That
could be good or bad.
Oh no!
And no, just perfect, frothy, and quenching your thirst. And
do I have?
He says,
"Can I wits?
Yeah.
Can I wits plus? Oh, what the hell? What would be a detect magic? What the fuck?
That's right. Pull out your spell book.
Right? Like, I need a spidey sense. I don't know.
I love that all of this is in character.
Or just wits.
Yes.
A wits plus survival. I feel like this is
yeah.
good for a Vestin.
Yes.
For 2.
Yeah, gods are not always good.
4. Yeah. 5. 1, 2, 3. All right. So I don't have very much in survival, but I'm gonna.
I had added that to my thing. I had crap.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Sick.
I don't remember.
There was no immediate roll for craft, so we just.
And survive.
3 is.
Yeah, because we added craft and survival, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot to put those back on when I had to make my new character sheet.
Okay. F.
I think she had
Respect.
several in survival. And crap. But I don't remember.
Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8 successes to be like, am I getting a hex put on me? Is this a bad thing, or is this all good vibes? Like,
you don't feel the hex.
Okay.
And you don't feel. This is not a portend of doom.
Okay.
At least not to you. And even the name, just like because of what came in earlier when you had the moment of recognition.
Okay.
That name is not usually used or uttered in relation to curses.
No, sure.
In fact, in the tales that you heard from sailors, it's more of the stranger known as Grimmer shows up and will tell sailors, "You've got a lot to do and accomplish still. Maybe don't take the sea today. Maybe just stay."
Okay. All right, that sort of thing. Okay.
Maybe stay at home, because there's bigger plans for you, and if you go out to sea, maybe those won't come to fruition.
Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I'm just super paranoid because of people offering saucers to cats recently.
Yeah.
So, just trying to be like,
yeah.
I'm like, I got a way to deflect this, but I need to be aware it's happening. But no, okay, no, I'm in. I'm in. I am enjoying it.
He takes a nice long sip of his mug as well. You can see the froth like collecting in his mustache and beard.
After the beat of my eyes being over the rim of the mug, they shift into the mug to be like, oh, this is tasty as hell. All right, yeah, okay.
And finally, like in between, the girl that you spoke to earlier in record time brings you a veritable feast, and it's food from back home as well. They're close to the guild. You get all the delicacies. You get the pickled fish.
They know. Yeah,
you get all the business. And you get like raised mug clinked against yours as the old man opposite you like starts eating, and as he's eating, right, like just picking at stuff with his hands.
Oh yeah, just
digging
can't
in.
be shy. Don't let him eat alone. Don't let him drink alone. So
He says,
I'm in as well.
Today is your day, Rethold Hergerson, and yet you spend it at this table with me.
I sort of just like I reverse eyebrow cock at him. I'm like, come on, don't be fucking cute. I'm like, something respecting elders. Just as I take another bite.
Respect for your elders. Well, good.
That's right.
Your parents and your grandparents have raised you well. Your name is known far and wide now. You should know this.
I kind of do the thing where like, yeah, for better and worse, yeah. And my thoughts do drift to my task. I'm still looking.
He sort of looks at you, and he's like, "You think of the unfinished work.
I trust that I will be where I need to be when I need to be there. But I've sort of been casting about, and I'm on this heading, and even if I pull the sheets right now, I'm going to keep coasting at least for a bit. But once the winds have calmed, I would like to turn course wherever I can to get back to it."
Well, you've done good to follow your fate wherever it has carried you. I know your task. I know the vow you made on that day, when death was not granted to you. And he downs the rest of his mug and slams it on the table. And he says, "You know me. And you know my name. I come with good tidings, Rethold Hergerson."
I just grin stupid. I don't even hide it. I'm like, all right.
The mustached man is coming to San Felipe. Long have you chased, and now through perhaps fickleness of fate, he has cast his lot with your enemy. Your long hunt is at an end, and however it turns out will be entirely up to you. Know that I will be watching.
Oh yeah. little more Randy Man Savage on that one, but
Terrible.
It has been a long time. I suggest you prepare. Your adversary has not been idle.
I start downing that mug. I'm like, well, you're gonna get some prep. You're gonna get some preparation. Don't you worry.
When San Felipe comes under fire, it will feel like the end of times.
Oh.
You've made a powerful enemy, but you're not one to back down from the end of the world, are you?
I sort of look at the little spread that we've got pointedly, and I'm like, it's all feasts at the end.
That it is. Walk towards the fight, and I will have your seat ready for you.
Is that a promise or a threat?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%, like it better be both. Let's go.
Your enemy will spare no expense to try to destroy you here before what you have set in motion spreads throughout this heathen country and the rest of the world. If you win here, you and your friends will change the course of history. If you die here, you will be a martyr to the cause for centuries to come. Regardless, your seat will be ready. But your adversary has joined the fray. So, amidst this chaos, you'll have your chance.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just soaking it in. Like it's, you know, I don't know if you can read my mind. I'm pretty sure you can. But there's definitely the factors of, I know he's coming and he doesn't know I'm here necessarily. That I'm a problem for him, and yeah, all by design. But of course, it was destined to be so. That no matter the way this runs, the repercussions, like, we've already made that history, and that's
he as he looks at you, he sort of laughs like pretty heartily at that, and without you prompting it, he says, "You're right. That man made a decision years ago that has changed the course of his life and may well end it now. You're no longer the boy you were, Rethel Hergerson, and now, let's see if your legend can crush his."
And you know, that one's definitely a laugh. I'm like, apparently I sleep with bears. That's pretty good.
I heard.
Oh yeah. I think that's a hard one to top.
It is a topic of conversation among your forebears.
I'm gonna have to apologize to a very certain.
Oh, trust me. Like you thought the pre-wedding gift was good. Oh, just you wait.
Running around town telling everybody I slept with your wife.
I don't know it was you. Just a bear. It's not this bear. You just happened to be that bear at that time. It wasn't like you're the bear.
In Castilla, I think I am the bear.
I mean, at that gate in that moment, it was heavily insinuated you were that bear. But they don't know bears from Adam. So you know it's what it's a.
I don't suppose there are many white bears that run around Missouri.
Were you doing full polar at that time?
Yeah. Damn. All her creatures are white.
Yeah.
That's racist.
Damn.
I know.
That's racist.
It's the white snow fox, it's the white bear, it's the white dire wolf.
But she turns into a crow though.
The crow is the only not white one.
That's
her token.
Yeah.
Token black animal.
Yeah. It's her black animal friend.
Oh.
That is some middle-aged white man's like wet dream.
White ravens do exist.
They do, but there hasn't been a while. Yeah.
The raven's the only one that's supposed to be subtle.
I'd say the only other two that aren't like white winter animals are
the elephant,
and the horse, because when she does a horse, it's her hair color.
Mm.
It's that like honey red.
There's no Arctic version of the elephant.
Yeah.
Not yet.
No.
Polar elephant.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You're gonna turn into a fucking woolly mammoth.
Whoa. Yeah, and then
the field mouse is her hair color as well.
Okay.
When she does the field mouse.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple of brown ones.
Yeah, but
yeah.
most of the Arctic creatures, she does the white versions.
You share like a hearty meal and drinks,
It's the snow
and
thing.
there's some fun anecdotes, and finally, after a little while, like he finishes downing what must be his third ale, and
oh yeah, This the coins and the beer flow as long as it needs. Like he may have bought me the first drink, but like there will be no tab, and this girl's gonna go through college if she wants at the end of this thing. I'm like,
yeah, like after a while he finishes his last mug, then grabs the stick at his side and says, I appreciate you taking the time. When the time comes, blow your horn.
absolutely, Father.
Make your enemy wonder whether they bring the end of times, or if you are its herald.
I get my friends at my side. That'll definitely be on their mind.
You ask them if they want a seat. That can be arranged.
I can definitely make the offer.
He laughs like heartily at that.
Because because we all know that game. We all know those odds.
Yep. And then he stands up and says, I will be watching. I will depart here. But make no mistake, I will be watching.
Well, I will finish this, so
Absolutely.
thank you.
Enjoy it. And let the thought of the end of your quest warm you up tonight and for many nights to come. And with that, he grabs a staff, and you notice the curled end has 3 rattling crow skulls at the very edge of it. And he picks up.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, any and all vestiges or power or ranks of symbols of rank. I'm ready for it. Like I'm ready for him to hop on that fucking pig.
Yep.
and have it waddle out the door at this point. I'm like, fucking, let's go.
Yep. So yeah, before long he makes his way out of the tavern, and you're left there with half a mug of ale, and
I order a Castilian dessert. Like it's like that. It's like that. It's like not a. It's not. It's almost like a caramel brulee. But yeah, something super crazy.
You order a flan?
Yeah, I basically order
Tres leches or something.
Yeah, I ordered something just stupid sweet, decadent, 100% Castilian, and I'm like, I deserve this.
Right.
Treat yourself.
That's right.
Fine leather goods.
Yep. You get in the TV series version, like you get the shot of Rethold at the table eating his dessert with the dried blood on his face, like just looking happy as a pig and shit.
Yep.
And on my way out, I tell the girl, I'm like, if you ever want to go to sea, I got a ship. Just ask. Or if not, just ask Jose. They'll turn you in whatever direction you want.
She's like, I'm not sure if that's... Like, is
Right.
it coming on to me? Like, what is...
It's like, he's not blatantly coming on to me, but like, maybe this is, but it's a weird vibe, but he
Maybe
tipped
that's
real
the
good,
best
so...
one. I don't know.
This is the beginning of like a weird porn video.
Right, is
It's
that,
like,
is
hey,
that
you
a
wanna go on a
euphemism? I don't
boat?
know. Like, hey,
You
you
wanna
ever want
take
to
a
go?
ride on a boat?
You ever want to go to sea? I got a ship. Like, what does it mean? Oh God!
It's okay to ask, or is that going to be racist?
Right?
But yeah, you are left to your own devices to process this however you see fit.
No, I think I would head straight back to the ship to see if the party's still going.
Oh, the party's still going.
And I find
They're
Magnus.
absolutely still going. Yes.
And I'm like, is he workably drunk? Is he
Yeah.
okay.
He's in the good. He's good drunk. Like if a fight erupted now, like he would be at his peak, peak balance of drunkenness and still being workable.
All right, yeah. And I'm like, scald shit. You ready? You ready? Scald shit. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
A mustache. A glorious mustache. That's what we're looking for. Okay.
What type? What kind of mustache? Like
it's and I do my best to describe it from my memory of 6 to 10 years ago, right? and I'm like, someone on the other side is coming, and they got this mustache, and that's what we're on. You let me know if you see this fucking thing. Signals, semaphore, like. Whatever.
He's like, so we're hunting for a mustache. Like you're there to kill a mustache.
That's my mustache.
Okay. So if I see the mustache, I don't kill the mustache. I tell you.
Yeah, no, we're all. Yeah, I'm making sure
so
we're all on the same
kill
page.
the mustache.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh
all
yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. And I'm like, have you seen Gildy Rathelde anywhere? like I'm not. It's not my aunt. It's like, I'm like proper name, proper titles. I'm like, is she around? Is she back at the hall?
She's and he points.
She's leading a drinking game.
Oh yeah. There's some heavy drinking happening. The priestess has since changed out of her clothes, so she's wearing like Gildy clothes, but she still has the face paint on.
Absolutely.
So yeah, now she's out there and they're enjoying drinks at this point. There's like 2 guildies are like wrestling like on the docks right now. There's probably money on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
As soon as I clock that she's still around and still in a good mood, I howl. Like I give an aroo to signal her that this is a different this
is a different level.
Yeah, this is a new and exciting bit of information.
She reads your howling for a second, and you almost see the moment where like she almost looks at her retinue to give them the "why aren't you all howling" glance. But when she clocks that it's this different kind, she hands her mug to the priestess and pats her on the shoulder and steps up.
Yeah, no, and I've already bounded over.
Yeah,
so
she walks to meet you.
No, yeah, and the priestess is totally like she's allowed in the circle.
Sure.
And I'm like, there's a mustache coming. Okay. One of the other ships, one of the other forces, one of our enemy has a mustache, and I start describing. I'm like, this is what we're looking for.
She pauses. Like the priestess is sort of like taking all this in stride, right? Like she's just like standing there. She
sees one of the bones. I'm like, fucking Scrimshaw.
She doesn't know the particulars, but she's following.
Yeah.
Right. And Rathele is like, that's the one.
So I'm letting everyone know. Magnus knows. Letting you know. The priestess, like, I'm gonna tell the rest of my team
here.
Somewhere here, yes. And so I'm just making sure everyone's on it because I need it.
You know this how?
I sort of.
The priestess like puts a hand on Rathele's shoulders, and she sort of gives you a look, like she nods slowly, and she says,
and I'm like, Auntie,
knows?
like under the breath. So only the two. I'm like, Auntie, I know this one.
She pauses and says, I was about to ask about your information network, but that's a different one. I concede.
There were no routed tasks involved.
Yeah, we will be prepared, but the quarry is yours. I know how long you've waited.
It doesn't change. It doesn't change the tactics. It doesn't change the it obviously doesn't change where things are set, but this is just this is that bonus quest, and I need to lock this one in. So
It's been
just
it's
making
been
sure
a long
people.
time for you, nephew.
I didn't know if she necessarily knew. Maybe. I mean, I'm down
Right.
for either way.
I assume because of the connection to your grandparent.
I mean, she definitely knows that they're their bracers.
Right.
Like that's, I don't know, And it was funny because you mentioned that I was left alive on that.
Mhm.
That, yeah, I wonder if there was some, like, ostracizing.
Mhm.
There you go.
I'll get there. Because I survived the raid,
Right.
and so, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah,
Well, it's Kraken that got shot, right? Like that was the part of it I thought she would be aware of, right?
yeah, because I would have recounted it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so she says, well, there's no questioning it then. It is, you are exactly where you are supposed to be.
And yeah, I just, still grinning like an idiot, just sort of like visually, like my eye scan holds them and the ship, all in one, and I'm like, and the raid will be glorious.
You see the priestess hand back your aunt her mug, and she turns around to the rest of the group and she bellows, "Bring the other kegs. Death is coming, perhaps for many of us." And she just starts laughing and cackling, as there's like cheers
Yeah.
from the whole crew.
Yeah, no, and I look around, I'm like, Jose, Correo. I know he's around here somewhere. Correo.
Yeah, it takes you a few times to call, but he does appear.
And yeah, I'm like, this game, and I shove some coins in his hands. I'm like, the bar near the guild hall. Tell him to start bringing food over.
We'll be done, and he's up and about and on his way.
And yeah, and I just let the festivities continue. This is all part of blessing the ship.
Yep.
And yeah, I head back up into town to find the rest of the crew.
You'd probably encounter Marilena first because her shop is closest, and as you're coming through, they're basically closing the shop and putting the signage up that the shop will be closed for the season, very likely.
After that very serious conversation you all had, you see this heathen nightmare saunter down the street. Hello.
Yep.
Hello. You have a pep in your step, as they say.
You seem chipper.
I need to kill a mustache.
Does Leandro have a mustache right now?
Leandro has a mustache, but also a beard, so...
Not this one.
No. Okay.
No, 100%
So,
that one.
so hello. Goodbye. And I'm like, just letting everyone know. One of the ships, one of the armies, whatever, one of them is coming in, has a mustache. And I describe it. It just looks this particular way. And I'm
Can
like,
you describe this mustache?
yeah, I'm like, just like it's vivid and crazy. And I'm like, if any of you see like everyone's a Confederate now. Every single one of these sisters.
Sure.
And I'm like, you see this mustache? You let me know. That's my mustache.
Will do.
You're just making sure we're all on the same page.
I told him,
If you
like,
give
I
me
will
a
eat
little
it
more, I might
and
be
gain
able
the
to
power
find
of the
it for you.
mustache.
I don't though. That's been part of the fun, I guess. Is
I've
that
worked with this little before.
I
We'll see if I have the energy to spare.
hey, sure. If we get a better idea where it's at, great, but I'm not counting on it because I just got the best tip ever on this. So I'm not holding my breath for anything more concise.
I kind of like I look at Russell with my fate eye. Is there anything weird going on right
You're
here?
gonna go blind, bro.
You're looking at your fate.
I'm
Sands.
trying to read the strands.
You see,
Oh god.
you see a lot of the same connections you used to see around Rethold. You see one of the cores goes like way far at sea, somewhere. But Rethold themselves, and all of the edges of the strands that go from him, glow a golden color. At
I
this
do
point.
actually squint and then turn it off. Turn it off. Let's turn it off now. Ah, I see.
Yeah, it's that is the strong footprint of fate. Like there is some.
And I didn't even have to do anything to that one. That one was already happening. Fun.
And Rethold vividly describes you
They
this
tell the
mustache.
cat about the mustache.
Not for real.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh
No.
my god.
Not for real, but
You need to jump on the Discord. Rabbit needs to see that. What did you say,
Yeah.
Rabbit?
I will paste it for you, Rabbit.
So should I tell the cat about a mustache?
No.
Just a floating mustache.
No,
Yeah. There's nobody attached to it. It's a sentient mustache.
Okay, each half has like has a axe.
No,
or something.
because it is a horrific otherworldly being. The mustache has no soul.
Yeah.
So
It just possesses man.
it would not.
It's like the crown from Record of Lotus.
Yeah,
It
right. Yeah.
just attaches itself to somebody.
It's
They're the
fucking it's the
host.
Bowser crown. It just
Yeah.
turns him into
the fucking Carla.
Yeah.
Yep.
wow.
That happened.
It's like, no, don't kill the man. Like, this is just a host. You have to destroy the mustache.
That's right.
As long as the mustache is intact, the enemy lives.
That's right. Come on, don't you read? Don't you ever heard? Oh, there it is. I put it in the drive. The things that they do. How about
Yeah, yeah.
that? All right. That's, oh no.
So I ask, is there somewhere you're going in particular? We are done closing the shop.
I'm like, I guess to Zhenya's Hill, because like that's where they're all doing stuff, right?
Yep.
I assume that some of what there's probably a cart or something that's packed up with extra things that probably go to the house.
Yeah.
They'll be too
Like you wouldn't want it rated.
pricey.
Yeah.
To be over there.
There you go, Amanda. That is the
Sorry.
mustache I showed everybody.
But yeah, I have some of
That is
some of them go.
Just upsetting.
1 out of 10. What would you rate that?
-5.
Yeah, -3.
Yep.
I give it a wow.
Yeah. It's like, no, why?
Why is this mustache shrugging? Like what? Why?
Right?
What is this sentient creature?
This is the mustache equivalent of that like emoji that goes like this.
No, that's yeah. I was like why? I'm like, oh yeah. So are you guys gonna head back to the house?
I mean, I'm gonna send other people over there.
Oh, okay.
I can come with.
All right, cool. Then yeah, we'll hustle up the hill. And I imagine how's it going? It hasn't even been a full day, so you got like a house and a half done already. Like how to?
No,
Oh,
this
there-
house is being built by hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
No magic for this house, but the other ones will totally get magic.
Okay.
I mean, you know,
We
I've done
have-
what I had
Probably
to
has
do.
the skeleton up and
Yeah, we have foundation and walls and doorways, and
laying some stone.
I'm already
Waiting for that
I'm
to
working
cure.
on working on a stairwell.
Cool.
And then there's a very old turtle man working on whatever
Yeah.
tabletop project.
He's doing it.
He's
They're building a house. He
he's-
looks more like he's doing like handicrafts.
Yeah.
I look at Leandro and I'm like, Time to roll up our
Yeah,
shirt
Leandro is already.
But as the sun moves, the tree does too, so it always keeps him in shade.
Aw, that's funny.
Nice. Shit, I wish we had that back home.
Right.
Wish I had that shit here.
In
Right?
real life,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Just her own personal tree.
But right when the wind from the harbor manages to reach up at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it like leans back so the warmth can kick in, and
Yeah.
it's it's real fucking nice.
Keep us at your back.
That's right.
Yep.
Um,
When I used to work with my dad, and it was like just a bundle of white dudes like working out in the sun. Except my dad does fine with it. My dad like browns, like
I think he's just, it's the repetition.
What did you do, Adam?
yeah. No,
Day
he.
to day.
What did you do? What horrors have you?
Have you inflicted upon us?
What did we?
No!
Oh, wow! It just keeps giving. Holy shit!
Oh
The little hands.
Oh, dear God! Rabbit, why?
That's what happens when you Google cursed mustache.
No,
Yeah.
why would you Google it?
It's like Hulk Hogan's mustache, but it's like the hairstyle from the Quaker Oats.
It looks like
box.
Bruce Flanch.
It does.
You're the worst.
Oh.
Like
Again, I'm gonna
like
say
the-
it again, like the fucking tiny hands
like
peeking
you-
out from the shirt. It's just that really sells it.
It's like you live with a professional troll or something.
I mean, seriously.
I've been learning.
Yeah,
We always knew you had it in you. I don't want to give him too much credit.
I can't stop looking at it.
This is true. I think I got a lot of practice trolling Lisa before it was cool.
Yeah, it's true.
It's good to have a training ground. So me and Marilena come sauntering up the hill, and I'm like, ooh.
I have the hovering with me. We'll help out.
Yeah, Leandro is already taking off his coat and getting ready. Oscar also joins in.
Yep.
Well, actually, I probably would
Jenny's
have
in her
sent him
boots
over
and
with
trousers.
the other
She's
ladies.
taking off her braces and her
makes sense.
vest and
Without preamble, I grab like a hammer
yeah.
and a board,
Yeah,
and I also like get up towards like towards one of the bracing points for the stair or whatever, and I'm like, okay, one of the people. Oh my no.
No, it's just me.
every
Okay.
time you hear
Trying to
the,
palate cleanse. Okay, trying to move the.
you missed
Accurate.
this, Amanda, but
Accurate.
like
Okay.
we just got the Discord notification noise and like
All of us were like, no!
Tony's entire body like tensed up, like his head dug into his shoulder.
Jared.
Oh no.
Oh, let me add to it.
Jared.
This is perfect. This is perfect. Nobody explain anything to him.
Doesn't even go here. Oh.
Jimena's there, and she's got like her like goggles that also have like the little magnifiers that
Nice,
come down,
nice.
and then like a bandana around her face with like a fucking
You're cutting flagstone with your firepower.
Yep.
Nice.
yep.
Nice.
Got a fucking cutting torch
Yeah.
right
Oh
here
yeah,
on
she's got her
site.
little striker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as I'm like, oh, okay, and like getting in, I'm like, okay, but guys, okay, look, there's either on a ship or marching in somewhere, and I don't know, but there's a mustache. There's a mustache, clunk, clunk, clunk. Okay, and I need it. It's me. It's for me.
I
gotta
got his
get it.
mustache.
I feel like
Okay.
someone should just draw the mustache. Is this
Yeah.
what it looks like?
Whatever. And
Now in my head, there's gonna be posters popping up. Have you seen this mustache?
The mustache is like a separate character from the person.
No, it is.
100%.
Jimena's writing fanfic in her head already.
Yeah.
Right.
Of you
Legends
and the
has it.
mustache.
That mustache adorns a duke.
God damn it.
Strike with like nails sticking out of her mouth and goes, "Why is this always what you tell me?" Back.
Because I know you're good for it. Okay. So
Ricardo is
I know I
like
can trust you.
Ricardo's building like he's seated atop like as he's putting some of the planks up like to start to do like the ceiling piece, and he's like, I guess that's a sign of trust that he just brings us the weirdness and he knows we can take it.
Well, definitely you're a partner. So like if I don't make it, you gotta fucking deal with the whole operation. So don't worry. Jose Dinero is
You have to find another Mendes. to
And,
bring
much
and,
another
running
and,
on
Mendes.
and without looking back, if you get my husband entranced with some strange mustache, I will shave you myself.
Oh no, he better not get entranced. No, like
Tangled.
if he's
Not
entranced,
entranced, entangled.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
it's like, well, not any more than the rest of you. Like that's the point. Is that I need you guys to go look. It's the mustache, and then I will do the rest. Like that's kind of like I
Right.
I'm making sure this is clear because I know sometimes when I'm doing more duplicitous things, we try not, out of respect, but. This
Oh, I'm allowed to know about this, am I?
That's yeah. Yeah.
Jimena comes over like circle of dust
What's
around her.
whatever fucking you
Yeah,
lift
she's
up. Okay,
lifted
cool.
up.
Yeah, you got the
Still got the
steampunk
torch.
chic. Yeah.
Still got the torch. Brad's like, so what's your history with this mustache?
He let me live.
Blah, blah, blah.
And that is the most horrific sin anyone could ever commit to like that. It has that weight in it, and I'm like,
Like, okay. And now she's like, whoa.
That's right.
a jilted lover.
Right.
Basically.
Rethold's nemesis is a mustache.
And then you get Genia's,
Like, ooh, the story of Rethold and I don't fucking know.
Seems there are going to be plenty of targets for all of us.
Yeah,
I'm
that,
like, do you have a mustache?
I do not have a mustache.
Oh, sorry,
I have...
a metaphorical mustache that you are also.
No, just
My
They
fluent email
undraw-
they used to say so, but I
Women
think
of
she
the
was just being
Mediterranean.
mean.
Leandro's carrying planks, and he's like, I think he means like, are you hunting for a specific mustache?
I did understand that. No, I am not.
And I
I
sort
still
of
don't have one.
I sort of nod at you, Jenny. I'm like, oh yeah, no.
You know I have 5.
No, some really good Vestin women, they get the beard and they braid it too. With
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's very nice. It's
So, that's not very nice to say. Sometimes women of the Mediterranean.
From atop of his plank, Ricardo is like, Jimena's mustache is in Vatican City somewhere, giving advice to the king.
It's true.
Well, hopefully he'll come down here and we can have a chat. But so was that so like no or like sort of or just sort of generally?
I cannot say what fate has in store for me, but none that I know of.
That's sad.
You don't have a named mustache.
She doesn't like merchant princes and the principal matter.
Well, if any of you would like, you can join in some with my destiny, and then if you die gloriously in battle, I can guarantee.
That's wonderful. Hand me that plank.
I guarantee you can come with me to the Golden Halls.
Oh.
Just putting that out there. Just
I won't go unless my husband is with me.
Looming.
oh, he's and I pointed his. Oh no,
Leandro.
He's is he? What is he? He's not missing it. Is he missing an eye?
Yeah, he's missing an eye.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, he'd fit in right well. You could, and I like tap the eye like, and I'm like, yeah. If
We
you
have
want,
a lot of characters missing eyes.
That is true.
Oh yeah, because
one of them rolls along the banister that you've
There's
been.
the eye that haunts you.
She snaps it up. God damn it! She looks
You
at
see
everyone.
Ricardo like on the plank above. He's like, "Oh shit, what is that?" And there's like an eye rolling.
She snatches it.
Did you see it?
In
Like
my-
it just rolled past me. I didn't see what it was.
that?
Gosh, it's in our house.
What is?
This!
Is that a marble?
Oh my god, she still has that man's eye. That's so rude. Like, I respect it. That is a level of deviousness.
At this point, she takes a nail and like whacks it into a banister. It's like, stay.
Oh, it's like a...
That's
Wow.
I don't know how I feel that this is our first object of decor right now. And we have a nailed eye right there.
Hey,
Well,
you're-
our technical first object of decor was the spoon, but it's not
It's
up
true.
yet.
It's true.
But yeah, I look over at Ricardo. I'm like, just be happy it's not a real one, because like some homes, you know, that's part of the blessing is the eye, so it's always aware. So you know that one's dry.
That one's not full of jelly.
But I look over at what's not Lucian, but
Leandro.
Leandro. Yeah, I'm like,
Oh,
hell yeah,
It's a nail name.
yeah.
Tony always has the first letter. The first letter.
No, I always have a letter. It may not be the first, typically.
there was an L and an N. He's right.
But yeah, I'm
Oh my
like,
god.
he's absolutely welcome if he wants. Like yeah, I remember when we got the gull. Yeah, he's ready.
Oscar is like, I'll take a seat.
In Jimenez head canon, the mustache is named Esteban.
Yep.
Just so everyone knows.
You know, I don't know what John's got in there, but that would be incredible. So you know, who knows? And I look over at Oscar and I'm like, hey, oh yeah.
You know what is funny is, you know who's named Esteban? It's Esteban Verdugo.
Oh,
That's
my
the
God.
Cardinal's
I
first
realized
name.
that.
Although he doesn't have a mustache, he just has a shitty chin beard.
Ugh.
He looks like an asshole. He looks like he goes to Creed concerts. You know, like fucking knowing,
Oh, wow.
knowing what those are.
Visceral reaction from Megan.
Nope.
Been to a Creed concert.
But yeah,
Dark
that was
times.
Oscar who was like, "That sounds like a good."
Yep.
And
Oscar was like, I'll take a seat.
and I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm pretty sure you're good, because you've been to the forest and back, and you know that's pretty wild. I think to make sure though, we need to do something about that. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll figure it out."
That's gonna be a ceremony involved.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, that sounds fine.
It's like a brisk.
I don't know what this asshole's doing, but
Like this asshole, he's figuring his shit out. Me, I'm gonna go to
Did
the
you
party.
say like a brisk?
Yeah, it's a brisk, baby.
Do you know what a brisk
Brisk.
entails?
No, just brisk.
Brisk.
There's no
Brisk.
K on the
Sorry,
end.
yeah.
hey,
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. He does look like a douchebag.
he
Oh, yeah,
looks like an
that's-
asshole.
Yeah.
Well, he can't be Esteban anymore then, because Jimena would know what that guy's first name was.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Megan didn't realize.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
Jimena would
I'm sure
know.
Jimena would have been like,
No,
it's like
this.
it's like Ernesto. No, it's like
No.
Esteban. No,
No.
it's you know.
It's some E name that I haven't
Yeah.
thought of yet.
Enrique.
Because we live in that world.
No.
We live in that world where memes can't double up.
My
because-
brain went to Alejandro, and I know.
I mean, that's a pretty good one. for-
I knew an
I just-
Alejandro I didn't like. So
I just hear Lady Gaga in the back of my brain.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
it works.
Like, Fernando makes me think of ABBA. Hernando. Hernan. It's Cortez. Let's not do that.
What is a unique Spanish name?
Chewy.
We're not in Mexico.
No.
Ignacio.
That's just a unique Spanish name. I wasn't.
I was like, how long before
God,
one of
this is
us
so fucking
is
white.
like
Too much.
Spanish asshole name and put name there, because if you just put Spanish asshole, you might get into some parts of the internet
Oh,
you don't want to
no.
get into.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, no, you're just like Franco versus whoever was. I think it was a Philip at the time in actual Spain.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, pick one, whichever one you want, because depending on who you talk to, there's one or the other.
But yeah, there's lots of work, lots of progress being done at the house. Lots of talk about mustaches, real or
Metaphorical.
metaphysical and metaphorical.
15 minutes later, the eye is gone.
Yep, it's gone. The
But-
nail is still there.
Yeah, the nails
Yeah,
are just like,
yeah, still stuck in the yeah.
Not related to anything, but just
Yeah.
like I clicked on a link and it took me to some like fucking baby naming site. But
Yeah.
like I
Right.
scrolled down and it was like track your baby's development. Like put in when they're, due or whatever. Just like, track my baby. Like
Put a low jack on that kid. Yeah.
Yeah. We
Like, is
live
it
in fucking
chipped?
1984. It's like, train my kid.
Little bit. It's not that difficult.
No.
Yeah.
That's
I saw that
the-
episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah. That's the most depressing thing that I was reading recently. It was like, yeah, like we in science fiction we're like imagining like a state where people can listen to you and watch you like at any time, and it's like they didn't even need to force it on us.
I
We
thought
just
so.
we
There was,
just
like-
accepted it
There
in.
was like two things this last week that I did not Google. I did not
Yep.
type into my
Yeah,
phone
yeah.
at all,
yeah.
and I'm getting all these whiskey ads, right?
Because of the whiskey.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't fucking Google shit when we went to buy that whiskey. I was like, yeah, let me get the card. Let's go.
We talked about whiskey a whole bunch last Sunday, right?
and yep. So it's all fucking in there, and I'm like, yep, cool, thanks.
Yep.
Good to
No,
know.
it fucking knows.
Yeah.
It
so-
Oh,
fucking knows.
now I'm at the Spanish baby names page,
There it is. This is that time of the night.
which
Yep.
is also throwing ads at me about bras because I bought some recently.
So
Well,
yeah,
now you're gonna get ads for diapers, just to let you know.
eventually, daylight does fade, and you manage to get a little bit more work done by torchlight.
No, Jenny's gonna ask, who would like to go home? You are allowed to go.
Well,
I still got energy to burn off. Like I'm too hyped
Roberto
for this.
doesn't, but
I'm like-
Ricardo brings him home anyways.
Yeah. When Ricardo gets back, Jenny has illuminated herself
Oh, there we go.
because she has that. So her whole body is emitting white light, and she's just like, I have work to do.
The faster this gets finished, the faster we can leave. So I'm here. I got a sweet new ship y'all got to get on. So let's go.
She
Emil eventually is like, yeah, I'm gonna join my brother because we have people to watch over. There's too many agents of the Merchant Princes around, and we have, I don't know, 5 fate witches under the same roof. They all moved to the house right now, so
she stops and does that like good work today and
Lisandro.
yeah.
sends him on his way.
I like too serious to look at Oscar. I'm like, let me know when you're ready.
We'll talk.
Awkward.
And
I'm
yeah,
just trying to think of all the shit me and Magnus can haze him with.
Yeah.
Is
Right.
really what I'm like. Oh, what can-
Arnaldo.
Leandro actually
Jason, no.
looks up to you, Marilena, and says, I think I will head back as well. They know me, so I can also work at protecting that crew until we go.
That does make sense.
Yeah, it will probably help smooth things over too. So they
Wait,
don't
this is
come
supposed to be a bad name, isn't it? The mustache is bad.
The mustache
no.
in Jimenez's
Okay.
mind. The
This
mustache.
isn't the telenovela.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I've decided his name is Ignacio.
There you go.
Oh,
The
There we go.
mustache may or may not be Castilian.
Yeah,
That's right.
We don't know.
No, the mustache.
This
It is-
mustache
it is
could
now.
go on.
His alignment is not the issue.
Did I?
It's the history.
I don't know if you specified.
Yeah, I'm like
Nationality for the
let me
mustache.
let me go back to 4 years ago.
I know that the mustache's accent was described as spindly. So
Oh yeah, maybe it was more
mhm.
Snidely Whiplash.
Oh my goodness.
'Cause it's the bearer of the mustache's accent was described as spindly. So
There we go.
Kind of skinny accent.
So yes, anyone who is
No. All right. Well, backstory: Frecta was shot in the back by a man with a mustache
yep.
who spoke a spindly language. And when the man turned to find Herger partially crushed by a fallen spar,
Yep.
kicked him off the ship. Okay, yeah. Instead of granting him a warrior's death. So yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So there you go. And that's what I've been up to for the last 4 years.
If nobody else came with the witches, we would have brought the card here. It makes more sense.
So I think this
everyone's protected because we're all here.
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah.
spindly language was just an allusion to a romance language.
Yep.
So it
Yep,
could
yep.
have been Montanka, Steve.
It runs the gamut.
So, yeah. Because sure, why not be ambiguous?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Ambiguous, not European person.
The
So, yeah.
mustache knows no country boundary.
Everyone who would like to go home is welcome to, but she stays deep into the night because she can illuminate herself and light about 10 feet bubble around her. So whoever wants to stay and keep working by Genia light.
I mean, if Jimena stays, then she can just light fires.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't burn out.
Yeah.
I think
Ricardo-
Ruffles.
Well, neither does yours, yeah.
Yeah, neither does mine unless I decide it's
No, I
going
love
to.
it. It's great.
Yeah.
I think after a few hours into the evening, Rethold finally crashes, and
Yeah.
he goes over to the crazy tree and
Yeah.
puts up a cot, a hammock,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I want to take a nap, and then I conk out for several hours. So
Yeah. As you're working, like Ricardo's like, so when are we actually sailing out? We're going to the island, right?
as soon as these houses are finished.
Well, this one has to be done right, and the others can help themselves. So, I want to do this one this way. I can have the other two up in a day, and then we can leave. But that will be after this.
Oh man, Ruffles gonna be pacing around going, when do we go?
Well, no, that's why I was
Yeah.
helping, because I'm like, I need this to happen
Yeah.
as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So
We'll just have to find more people
The
to
man is
help
coming.
tomorrow. I'm actually gonna go back with the cart.
Okay.
I just want to make sure everybody's settled and has some.
Yeah.
You're discovering that Jimena is surprisingly squirrely.
Yeah. This is great.
He's like,
I don't even know if there's enough space in this
like, how
house.
did you even get
Is it
up
one
there?
of those houses that just expands as people enter it? I mean, what are we doing here?
I'm sure they have a basement.
Yeah. No, the house is actually like
you
decently
gotta have a
sized.
root cellar,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be amazing in the summer because you're gonna have a cool space.
Oh, that legit from back home that I miss, right? Because we have like a basement, it's like cement, right?
Oh,
like
right,
when it's
yeah.
hot and humid in the summer, you head down there and it's like nice and cool. It's like, oh, this is fucking perfect.
And then when it's cold, you can just turn on or you can
That's
just
where
light
the
up the
furnace
fire.
is.
Yeah, the
light
furnace, yeah.
And it
Pick
heats
up
the
that
whole
wood
place.
stove and it's
It makes your room kind of boiling though.
well,
Yeah, it's right
my
below.
old room was right above, so I didn't need thick blankets
But
even
now
in
the
the winter.
guest room is like
Yeah.
right in the basement
Dog,
as
that's
well.
not for
It's gonna
you.
be nice.
Move your head up the bag.
Look at her face.
Yeah, look at that good face. Are you jealous?
She knows.
Right? You're gonna lie down like there we go. Lie down
I
right
think
there.
Genya works till about midnight and goes, alright, we'll need some sleep. Goes to Rethel, shake.
I sort of roll out and I'm like,
I'm ready.
I'm like, so
We're not done here, but we're going back home. You can stay in the tree, it will protect you, but we're going to go to bed.
I'm like, I'll see you at first light, and I crawl back into the hammock
That's fair.
because I know you'll be here.
Yep. We'll be back out. You get a fist bump from Ricardo as he picks up his shit and
Yeah. Jimena is like weirdly dirtier than everyone else.
Just for no reason.
Yeah,
like, what
no,
have you been
no
working
discernible
on?
reason. She just is.
So a little
You
bit,
look so
a
happy.
little bit after they leave, I'm gonna go over to the oven,
Mm-hmm.
and in the back of one of the
The oven's not there yet. Just the place where the oven will
Yeah,
go. is
there-
there.
Do you even
this
start
spot.
putting in the stones already?
No, well, that's her job.
Yeah.
Is it?
You're my masonry.
Oh,
That's
okay,
true. Yeah, no,
yeah.
I've been cutting
Yeah.
stone all day.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, there's a spot for it.
Yeah.
She told me to make flagstones. That's what I was doing. I was making the floor.
Yeah.
We have to put the floor down first.
Actually, no, probably where the stairs hit the second floor.
Okay.
Underneath.
A floorboard.
Yeah. Underneath in a corner, you would have to like be up in that angle, which is no longer necessary since it's done. Yeah, a bone nail gets thumped into it.
Oh, already blessing my house.
Yeah, there you go.
It's got to be, it's got to be a sturdy vessel.
Yeah.
So, for whatever crew mans it, because it's going to be a big rowdy crew, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right, there's a lot of people back in the house. For those of you who make it back, there's
Yeah,
My bed and my hammock in the back
there's like 6 extra
are now
people
open for whomever.
now in the house. There's like 6 extra ladies.
And Augustina is beside herself.
Oh yeah. It's pretty great. Xavier's sort of helping with like getting everybody like comfortable and.
by the way, how much land is there for this house?
It's like a decently sized backyard.
Mostly because I think if I'm to create a base for them, it should probably be close.
Isn't there room enough back there to set a cart? Because
Definitely for that.
There is.
because that's
Basically, it has a decently sized backyard, and there's there's a piece
the
of land.
laboratory is back there too.
Yep.
So
oh
it's
yeah,
the very
There's
least
the
big
shed
enough
for the
moving.
laboratory.
Machine
There's
shed
like the
laboratory.
garden, and it goes back, and then the side also has some open like garden and space because this is where the carriage house.
I may speak to
Is.
Salvador about land.
Sorry.
Oh, was
But
that
that
you?
was you.
Yeah, that's everything.
That makes sense now. I'm like, what are you, ventriloquist?
That's everything settling.
She's right here, so I'm just like, what is this even?
Like Shaggy. Maybe if I throw my.
Well, yeah. So it takes a little bit of extra organization. Like all the extra rooms get occupied, right? Like the ladies more or less room together, and they're.
I mean,
fine
people
with
can
it.
sleep in Jimena's room because she never sleeps there anyway.
That's right.
That is true.
Oscar and Emil take shifts, watching the Fate Witch's room. So they sort of take watches even throughout the night just to be safe. But yeah, so you're set up in that fashion, and I assume for the next few days you'll continue to work on the house. And then when it's in a workable state, we'll talk about sailing. It'll probably take you, I would say, like the better part of a week to get everything set up right.
Some point in this time, Jimena goes to like the church to get like a vial of like blessed water, because if she's gonna go on that fucking devil ship,
yeah.
she's gonna
She's gonna need to
cleanse it first. Get some sage.
If only Rethel knew, like he'd be like, no, don't worry, it'll drop you off at the gates of heaven before we go to the party. If that's what you're worried about, don't worry.
It knows where to go.
It makes all the stops. Like, where do you want to stop?
I would never say, don't worry, the ship will bring you back home. That I can't guarantee. But I'll take you where you end up. That part I can.
It takes longer, like, it's still better than we are all together, so.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Leandro would have recommended that too, because like it's a known. Your shop is kind of known at this point, so if there's any like suspicions,
And then besides, if we do have a week, I will do at least a rudimentary attempt to train some of them.
Oh, it's really gonna take a week?
Well, not a full week. It'll take like, I would say like probably about like 4 days to get it in a workable state.
Oh,
you worked on 1 day, so 3 extra days.
Oh, the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then But yeah, so you set up. You're basically going on that pace for the coming few days. Jimena stops to get a vial of holy water at some point.
Provisions.
Xavier actually joins in the check on your new house occupants. He also does the rounds periodically.
That man has nothing better to do, so go ahead.
Yep. That's right. And yeah, so by the end of those 3 days, just hard work, but your house is in a pretty good shape.
It's house enough.
Yeah.
And then she walks over directly across from it and does her whole like, all right, let's call forth stone from the floor.
Yep.
And then
Yep. You spend like 4 days building this one house, and then
built 2 more in a blink of an eye.
yep. They just
You could have done that
Pop
from the
back
beginning. No, this was different.
refer this one.
Did you want furniture? Or you going to buy your own furniture, or
That's
you going to grow
later.
your own furniture? Because I can get that up here. Like he technically, you can take it straight out of his pension. Like his pay. Like he
We
gets
will
a
look
check.
for furniture when we come home.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. At this point,
I'm
it's
gonna
got
have to
nowhere.
build the oven. There's nothing here like that.
Oh yeah, no, that's the boy. I get that.
That will have to be custom. Yeah, right.
Yep. Custom
Well,
work.
I'm sure that's all. I'm sure that was part of the 4 days.
Yeah. On the next day, you will be ready to prep. Yeah. To sail to the island and start building your strategy for fighting Bodachi merchant princes.
Yeah, the
War is coming to San Felipe. A mustache looms on the horizon.
A spindly mustache.
the flout has been doing. The flout has been in the bay, doing movements.
Yep.
But the things that are
Stretching its rudders.
yeah, to make sure that the crew and everyone are.
Drills.
Thank you. Yeah, drills, etc.
Everything is settling.
Yeah.
But yes, we'll pick back up for this moment at our next session. Give yourself a 4 XP, folks. As we start to enact the first step of the war for San Felipe. Next session.
This isn't the tie wire.
Oh, you want this one?
There we go.
Or is
That's
that one for the pita?
Well, the pita can probably.
Yeah, the pita can get folded up and tossed in the fridge, but this was a piece of just random ass tape on the table.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where that came from. Yeah.
Ass tape.
Ass tape.
Tape.
Applied directly to the ass.
Well, I have found this in and out ketchup packet. So,
Where?
right by the chair.
Deanna.
It just immaterialized.
I saw it there, but didn't realize what it was because it was face down.
I picked it up mostly because I was like, well, if somebody steps on it, it will be way more unfortunate.
Yeah.
Highly
That'd be
appreciate
great.
that thought.
I'm gonna spend a hero point
Oh.
Yep.
to imbue that nail with 1 free neutralize magic effect.
Yeah. It is done. You got an anti-magic field in that house.
It's got one charge.
All right, Internet. Thanks for joining us for debauchery, theism,
Yep.
wholesome family time,
That's right.
magic eyeballs.
Whatever the hell that boat christening was.
Right?
Yep.
Philosophical ruminations on the nature of mustaches.
Yep. And lots of pain and suffering because of mustache pictures.
Speaking of which, rabbit.
Yeah, what the heck was Evine doing this whole time?
Wouldn't we like?
As you were building and working on the house, you would just see like, oh, I thought we didn't do that yet. Oh.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
that's-
She
well,
built
that's
the
good.
chimney.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Evine
Like
spent
Yumina
this
cut a
time-
bunch of stone, like turned around. It's like, what?
And it was all gone. Wait a minute.
Evine built a mustache homunculi.
Dear God. Yeah. At some point, Evine into as soon as there was a shadow under the stair, I speak into it. And I'm like, Evine, I know you've got like your own fairy court and whatever else to that I guess you could live forever in or what have you, but you know, if you wanna come drink with a bunch of us weirdo Norsemen, for you know, till Ragnarok comes, you know, you got an invitation.
Oh, and Jenny never made her comment to that. Oh, you can all come. I'm pretty sure under her breath, Jenny muttered, "Matushka will never allow me to die."
Hey, that's you know, hey, that's between you and your weirdo grandma. My pop says you can come over and hang out and drink from the liquor cabinet without getting in trouble. You know,
Yeah.
that's between you and grandma.
Winter will never allow me to cross.
Yeah.
Maybe if I die in summer, it would be a different story, but
From the darkness, as you make your offer, Rethel, the low, raspy voice says, "Maybe I will go."
What? Is it the cat? Is it the cat? The cat's over here.
I did not extend the offer to the cat, and I'm pretty sure if the cat wants to go hang out at the Golden Hall, then that's between him and the bouncer. Okay.
absolutely not.
All right. Say goodnight, internet.
Good night,
Good night,
Internet.
Internet.